the button has been pushed.
What the fuck is up, every pony?
And with us starting, I think it's a good time for a last time on Dragon Ball Z.
And if I'm keeping track properly, I believe it's Peregrine's turn.
Last time we left, it's Kalidai we left, right?
Yes.
Okay, we left Kalidai in the teleportation circle, and now we are in, oh my god, I'm blanking. Dakalai. Thank you. We're in Dakalai, and so we stopped in this pub to get some, fish and chips and foie gras, adventures are wont to do. Then Coral's wandered off with a bandit, probably working for the Nightwalkers. And now she's probably in deep shit, so we're going to get her. Oh, and then this guy tried to fuck Electra, and now I'm going to shoot his face off.
They never asked for help.
Yeah, Electra did manage to pop smoke and pull you out of there.
Nope, she did not.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm an unwilling target anyways.
She totally uncorked that cork of your smoke bottle.
She did that. She did that. But like... she didn't boot me out of there. She just gave me invisibility.
Very true. However, everybody in the room kind of has total concealment at the moment, so... that being said, with that sudden commotion, I should ask, who wants to kick things off today? Perhaps Fortissimo, who seems to have just been on the other side of the street when suddenly, Fortissimo, you just see all the lights from within that building just kind of blacken, like, inside the building.
Blacken? Oh boy.
Yeah.
With the ever-smoking bottle?
Yep.
Orion. Shall we, go in, now that the guard is out of the way?
Yeah, I'm sure they've got things handled out here. They know what they're
yeah, there's a, if you guys were going in the door that Blooming went that you guys saw her in, it would be this one for your information.
Okay, the upper one.
Is there any cover, like, right here? Like...
Cover?
Yeah, cover. Because I want to switch out of my civilian disguise real quick.
This would not be a good place to do it if you were looking for cover.
Shit.
That being said, there is a couple lots of screaming from across the street as you guys try to open this door, correct?
Right.
Alright, you open the door. You see what's in the door to be a griffin and a pegasus. Across the street, there is the Sphinx and the Kieran, who are sitting right over there, kind of stand up. They seem to have just been having a fun dinner date when all of this crazy nonsense started happening. And kind of stand up, the Sphinx kind of pulling his Kieran kind of around to kind of, I guess, protect her in a way. Looking at the mirror, looking at the black windows with a very perplexed expression on his face. The changelings aptly kind of do the same, though they kind of just back up tandem, do this way, as they kind of start backing up into the street. Peregrine and Electra.
Well, Electra's gonna be trying to grab Peregrine and pull him out the door.
What about the bottle? I'm gonna need to smack this guy
I'll
over
cork
the head.
it. What?
I need to smack this guy over the head.
It's okay, we don't want to fight in the middle of town.
There's coughing and there's shouting around you. Electra, you start hearing spellcasting.
Oh.
Now we need to go right now.
Do you recognize the spell?
I didn't say anything about a spell.
We hear spell casting.
Peregrine.
We're invisible, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You see a very brief flash, 3 flashes of blue light, and 3 magic missiles hit you.
Oh.
Magic missiles.
Yeah, you know, the things that never miss.
Yeah.
Peregrine, we're both invisible. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Let's go.
So I guess she's gonna cork her bottle and try to grab him and pull him out the door.
You do that. Move your tokens accordingly.
Oh, wait a sec. The missiles strike unerringly even if the target is in melee combat, so long as it has less than total cover or total concealment.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't hit me.
As far as you know. You still felt them. Something hit you.
Hmm. Alright. Let's go. There we go.
Okay, we're both invisible as well. Let's go, come on, across the street.
Yes, you
There's
open
our
the door.
bottle.
You open the door as the smoke billows out of the door with you. Orion, Metal Phantasm,
Yes.
and Fortissimo, what were you guys doing during this?
We open the door and look inside. What does the inside of this house smell?
The inside of this house looks like to be some sort of china and dishware shop for the most part. They seem to have some teas up on the back shelf. That seems to be what it's generally for, though there are two people in here, a griffin and a pegasus, that look about when you come in. One of them kind of raising his eyes. Upon opening the door and hearing noises from the outside, it was the griffin who started to speak up first, as if to greet you or say hello, not kindly, but the pegasus kind of holds up his hoof a little bit, interrupting with and what's happening out there?
Orion's gonna make a perception check. What does the inside of this place smell like?
Tea.
Nice.
Seems to check out.
Oh, crap.
A friend of ours went missing, and there's a commotion breaking out across the street. We're trying to avoid trouble.
Friend of yours? And he kind of raises his eyebrow. I have not seen any friends, anybody else but us come this way.
She must have walked in here while you weren't paying attention, but it was a few minutes.
And he looks toward his partner, who just kind of gives a small shrug. We've been in here for the past 20 minutes, and this is a very small area, as you can see. Nobody has come in here.
Can we come in and have some tea?
But
He kind of gives like a little shrug. Well, if it was up to me, I would say yes. But unfortunately, the owner, we are very good friends with, has us on strict orders not to let anybody into his shop without him present at the moment.
Oh, that's a shame. We just had a good dinner, and a nice hot cup of tea would have washed it down.
I'm sure it would have.
All right.
Meanwhile, there's
Orange.
a sprinting on the other side of the street as Kieran and Sphinx kind of come this way. They kind of bump into you a little bit, Fortissimo, backing up into the other. What's happening? What's happening?
What was that? Who's there?
There seems to be a Kieran and a Sphinx behind you. As well as some changelings kind of backing up, looking at the door. A couple moments later, after Electra and Peregrine seem to arrive, that a Sphinx kind of coughs his way out of the door, coughing his way out this way, and blinking. From your immediate notice, Peregrine, you do notice that his irises seem to be kind of golden at the moment.
oh, bastard.
But
Well, this invisibility is useless.
he is looking straight at you.
Can I see him?
Oh yeah, most certainly. He's not disguising himself.
Alright.
He's
Fired at me, so I've kind of have shed all pretenses of, and now it's self-defense. Like I can just kill him now. Okay, so here we go.
Is that how that works?
Yep. I just got hit with 3 magic missiles when I did nothing.
Peregrine did try to flee, and now the guy is pursuing him, so you could make an argument for self-defense.
Well, I mean, he came stumbling out of the building. What do you mean by pursuing? He was breathing in smoke. In fact, there are more people who come stumbling out too. Like, it's not just him.
That's a damn shame. He's unlucky he was the first. Touch AC.
Touch AC. You shoot. Let me check something. And against touch AC, the third, what does the WTK stand for? Oh yeah.
White Talons gets 2.
Yeah, gotcha.
Just the main hand.
So not revolver? I'm not sure how you have this.
They're both revolvers.
So you have all
Like,
4,
okay,
right?
so the first one is main hand, second one's offhand, third one is my second from BAB. So main hand, offhand, main hand, and then rapid shot is the feat that lets me get another attack.
Okay.
So I get 3 main hand attacks and 1 offhand attack.
The last 2 hit.
Okay. So both
the first 2 seem to kind of glance off with what seems to be some sort of blue energy surrounding his body.
Okay. So I've got my grit. I'm gonna go on ahead and blow onto this bastard for the 2d6. So 6 additional damage.
The gunshot rings out, so you are no
33.
longer invisible.
Wait, that's not 33. That's 34. Yeah.
Nice. Yes, your gunshot rings out, and like I said, you are no longer invisible, but there is now
Yep.
audible screaming from outside the street, to which the Pegasus looks left and right. And I think that's my cue to shut the door. If you could go grab the guards, please, that'd be great. And he closes the door, like, really fast in kind of a scared-ish sort of manner around.
Orion is. I'm gonna make an intimidation roll, and I'm gonna try to crowd it.
You're gonna try
Oh
to
no, the madman has a gun! He's gonna kill us all!
You fucking ass.
We're gonna get shot.
Oh, let me kill that invisibility.
Well, your intimidation seems to go very well, as intended, as there's now suddenly lots of screaming in that respect. And there's a couple balconies in which that are above like some of these entryways, in which people are kind of now rushing in to their buildings, closing windows,
Oh god.
that kind of thing. Fortissimo, you kind of notice that Pierre's spirit seems to be sitting and just face hoofing. Ring Dancer is aptly doing the same, but without the face hoofing, and she's just blinking almost unbelievingly at the atrocities that are going on right now.
This is epic.
Papercut looks at this situation in pure utter horror.
Peregrine, after you shoot, there's a kind of grunt, and a second later, you see his lips tighten almost just a little bit as he gives a frown. He closes his eyes and is no longer there.
That's right, you better get out of here. Next one will hit your dick.
Whoa. Oh no.
Was I able to see what spell was being casted at all?
You could certainly try.
Spellcraft?
Yeah.
Ryan had line of sight. He's gonna roll that spellcraft too.
Neither one of you guys can figure it out.
Well,
That's unfortunate.
Plebeian.
Anybody else want to try?
Sure.
That has spellcraft.
Sweet
trained?
ass. My sweet ass Dawn trained spellcraft.
I mean, I rolled a 12, so you...
Yeah, 10's not gonna cut it. Ooh, I bet 10
Fortissimo.
got it.
haha.
What do you see?
What?
Fortissimo, you see that he wasn't particularly casting a spell, but it did seem to have the same effect as something similar to Dimension Door.
Okay. He's entered the twilight.
What the hell does that mean?
Like
means it
using
wasn't
an
as-
artifact.
Maybe. Oh, you're saying that in character?
Yeah, I'm saying right here. What does that mean?
Yeah, he gone.
What does that mean?
Simo, what spell was it?
It's Dimension Door.
Oh.
Well. Oh well.
There seems to be the sound of marching starting to come up from
Well-
the upper left of street, as what seems to be several ironclad guards suddenly coming marching forward.
That's base. Whoa, okay, you guys.
Huh.
Hmm.
That's a thing.
The first one forward seems to be a female snow-aspected griffin who promptly takes out an axe and thuds it onto the ground. I need everybody to give me a reflex save, as a
Whoa.
ear-shattering emanates from the bottom of racks where the handle hit the.
So is it reflex?
I'm in a basement. Do I need to do anything, sir?
You are going to hear things, but no, you are not within the range of it. You are very much going to. You are very much going to feel a boom through the ground, though.
Boom,
Excuse me, teacher.
All right. Let's see. We have Orion, Peregrine, Electra, Metal. I need Metal Phantasm. There he is. Yeah. Is that everybody? That's everybody. I got my NPCs to roll.
I rolled nicely.
There we go. All right. And as she does, if you did not roll a 15 or higher, you are knocked flat on your ass. What seems to be some sort of ground-rippling shake as she shouts outward. What's going on here?
Electra dispels the invisibility on herself and shouts out, "We were trying to get away from somebody, but he kept chasing us. He shot magic missiles at my friend. We were just trying to defend ourselves."
Self-defense, and I holster my pistols.
There's kind of a general running this way, sort of in the area in which the guards can probably, like, you know, when you see a police officer, you probably get a run for that general direction of safety, and that's what they're doing. To your argument, she kind of gives a little huff, looking left and right. I don't see him. Where is he?
He bapped off. Ask anyone here, they saw it. The white one there.
There's a coughing as a zebra comes right over, and she points to him, and he kind of blinks. He kind of has a little bit of like bloodshot eyes from smoke inhalation a little bit, and he asks, "Well, state your story." "I didn't see anything. Only thing I saw was somebody come in with that Kieran," and he points toward you, toward you, Electra, before gesturing back into the bar. "Come into that bar, looking all drunk like, and going in with the Sphinx lad who likes to be a regular there. I don't know his name, I just see him around a lot." And he kind of gives another couple coughs. "Anyway, next thing I know, she drops a bottle and everything goes smoky, and now here we are." Griffin looks at you, Electra. "You don't look drunk to me."
He's gonna look on Peregrine, and is she able to see any damage from the force of the magic missiles?
Maybe like a bruise or two, but that would be kind of under feather. It's force damage, it's not slashing or blood damage.
Well, I'm telling the truth. Your friend there, the regular, he shot at my friend, and we were just trying to get away. That's where the smoke came from.
Well, you damn near suffocated everybody in this bar now, didn't you?
It's fine, a little
Why
smoke
were you
never
acting
hurt
drunk,
anyone.
eh?
That's my own business. It's not illegal to act drunk.
In a bar.
And the snow aspect of Griffin kind of raises her eyebrow. "Well, it certainly sounds like you were trying to take advantage of some opportunity."
I certainly was. But that doesn't seem like it's any of your business now, huh?
It doesn't. But at the same time, you can't act as if this action wasn't unprovoked.
So what do you want to do?
I'll have you hand over whatever you caused to make that smoky apparition make its way, if you still have it. The danger to
What,
that...
are you confiscating it?
What if I am?
That can't be legal.
And she squints. She still holds out a claw. She's waiting.
What's happening?
She's trying to give me, or she's trying to make me give her my bottle.
Did you even pick it up?
Look, I'll pay. No, I got it.
Oh, okay.
I just corrected afterwards. Look, I'll pay a fine. I want to keep the bottle, though. I won't do it again.
Oh, you can certainly pay the fine and come pick it back up at the guard station.
Fine.
So what's the point of taking it?
Well, to make sure that no more happenings like this.
No crime was committed other than assault on me.
And you won't, you wouldn't mind us, you wouldn't mind adhering to the law now, would you?
Well, I prefer if the law were trying to find the person responsible for attacking me.
Oh, we'll certainly be on that. And to that statement, there does seem to be like a couple others that are already, a couple other guards who seem to be kind of interviewing a couple other people while this is all going on. Like how Fortissimo's hiding behind the... Fortissimo, in the other interviewings, you kind of hear, hear that a bat pony is kind of asking Spirit some questions from behind. Kind of has a little bit of a notepad, you know, asking her what her name was, answering Soul, you know, that whole 9 yards. And what happened? And Spirit is definitely putting on the performance of the century right now. Oh, it was terrible! Oh, I was just minding my own business, and then whoosh, there's a smoke, and oh, that poor Kieran, I hope she is okay. And she's going on and on and on, and she's making a big deal out of it. She even faints at one point, like her hoof goes up, and she like, like down on the ground. It's pretty great. The one who goes up to Ring Dancer, you could kind of hear him going up, and immediately kind of just asking Ring Dancer, name? Doesn't matter. Is that your name? No. Like, that's pretty much how it goes.
That would be a good name.
And, you know, that's how her little interview is going. And then a clock kind of rounds the corner behind you, Metal Phantasm, kind of looking at you guys for a minute before going into the more, the crowd of NPCs, if you would. To start asking them a couple things before promptly going into the bar. We'll have to investigate some stuff first, and I'm sure that if nothing to your end was found, then you won't have to pay a fine. How was that?
Sure. And she hands the bottle over. So what's your name?
Well, and she kind of starts rummaging in her bag a little bit to try to find what seems to be a small badge that she pulls out. It just has the
What, you forgot your name?
No.
Bae.
And she pulls out her badge, showing you her name as she does answer you. Name's Jiva. And there's the words Jiva that are written on there. She seems to be one of the captains of the guard. And you'd be right good to not accuse me of being corrupt, thank you.
Jiva the giant kitty.
Oh. Do I recognize any of these, like, officers or whatever?
Give me a knowledge local.
Alright, epic.
It's Commissioner Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, so Electra hands over the bottle.
She takes it and she puts in a small holding pack. Yes, you do know who this is, Theo, especially because I believe you get a bonus in your City of Renown, yeah?
Yeah, something like that.
Her name is Jiva Cherry Cheeks.
Oh.
No.
Already.
Though you mainly you know that the name is somewhat ironic, given that she is typically a no bullshit kind of guard, and she has been working with the guard for a very long time. Ironically enough, she's one of the people who wants to capture Metal Phantasm.
Yeah, she's straight laced.
You know, lawful,
no vigilantes in my time.
Lawful good to the core. He's a vigilante. That whole deal.
Oh boy, I wonder if they notice how it's gone.
But yeah, she puts it in, gives a nod. And, like, 4 moments later, you see what seems to be that clockwork pulling out a few people from the smoky confines of the thing that are supremely passed out right now. Namely the Kieran that you had left in there, the Kieran bartend. And then going back in one more unicorn.
Orion quickly bounds over and treats everyone for what is it? Emaciated shock, where your lungs are full of smoke and you can't breathe properly.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I'd call that condition smoke inhalation.
All right, how many are being pulled out? 3?
Just the two that you can see.
Okay, Orion's gonna check on both of them, make sure they're a-okay.
Heal checks. Oh,
Nice.
there's 2 heal checks. They are could be more okay. You have a feeling that if you pumped on their chest a little bit and gave them like a little bit more space to breathe, they might be a little bit more fine.
Okay, Orion's going to turn one over on its side, slap his back, and use his wings to blow fresh air into his face.
Very nice. You do so, inhaling air, you living being, you, as you pump life back in them, and their eyes do kind of flutter to a point, but they're in no condition to stand up still, but they do look better.
I didn't know we were in old people's bar.
Well, you seem to be in level 1 to 2 commoner bar. Like, I mean...
I'm just fucking with him. Perrin dusts himself off, and he says offhandedly in a loud manner, "This wouldn't happen if the metal phantasm were around." And I'm kind of looking for reactions from certain people, like the guard captain. I'm sort of like judging what people think about what I just said.
Let me switch my audio device here. There we go. And very disapprovingly, she kind of looks up to you, Peregrine, back to Electra. You did good to keep your boyfriend in check, and also not go flaunting yourself around like some. Well, you know that's illegal, right?
What?
You should keep the streets more safe, and then we wouldn't have to defend ourselves.
Well, that's the reason why you handed over that smoke bottle, didn't you? I'm doing my job.
Shall not be infringed.
Anyways, are we all done here? Are we being detained?
No, you're not being detained.
Sovereign.
As far as I can tell, no. You don't seem to have been the main cause of the problem, though you definitely were not innocent of it completely. And,
What are we supposed to do? Just roll over and let him kill us?
No, of course not. Of course not. You could go off on your way. The guards will attend to all the people who were more or less affected by this travesty on the side, and I'm sure they had nothing to do with it either. Kind of walks kind of on this side of the street, now looking over to her guards. And what does this one have to say? He kind of does a little bit of a salute. Ma'am, she has not told me anything. And that Miss Cherry Cheeks looks up to Ring Dancer. And why is that? Because I don't feel like I need to. She kind of raises her eyebrow. Oh? Yeah. I mean, I literally don't care. And she just kind of blinks. Honestly, everybody here just seems to be a dumbass. The bat pony that's next to you, Fortissimo, seems to be kind of now fanning Spirit, who is fainted on the ground. There. But other than that, nobody seems to be assailing you. I'm going to move over to Miss Blooming Corals now.
Am I being detained?
Miss Blooming Corals, we're going to reverse time just a little bit to just when her hammer, or axe rather, thuds on the ground, and you kind of hear this. There's a couple papers that shift on the desk that was left there by Mr. Igneous as he had denotated him, denumbered himself. That kind of flutter to the ground and flip. There seems to be some pictures and words on them.
It's a damn shame I don't know how to read.
I know, right? I suppose you wouldn't know that there's pictures and words on them, but you do at least feel the presence of papers.
There sure are some papers.
You are still down here in the sewers, kind of left there, at least in a very sewer-smelling area. When this happens, what are you doing?
Kinda imagine all the important shit would be like written down, which is of absolutely no use to me. So at that point, I probably just wander around and like memorize the room or tried to look for anything of importance that I could actually be useful.
You can take a 10 on that. On perception, if you'd like.
I did the thing on Windows where you accidentally click the task view and it just fucks everything on.
Am I being detained? I'm just catching up on on voice chat right now.
Okay, I can take a 10 on what?
You can take a 10 on perception if you'd like. You have plenty of time to look around the room.
Sure.
What would your take a 10 be?
Whoops.
Plus 9? If you have a plus 9, your take a 10 would be 19.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
yep. So, you start looking around with your 19. You feel that there seems to be some very nice leather-bound books and papers around the desks. So you kind of feel around them. There doesn't seem to be anything on the wall. You do find a door, though, to the east on the map view there. That has a knob on it that did seem to be rather unlocked. Other than that, nothing else within the
I
room.
really don't want to piss these guys off. I'm trying to be like clever.
Don't worry, we're about to do it for you.
Yeah, that's the problem. Well, yeah, but I can still talk my way out of it if I don't piss them off. Ah, geez, my friends, they have chronic retardation.
Yeah,
It's a
boy.
serious disease. Fuck it, I'll open the door.
You open the door. And kind of what seemed to be going to open the door with you. Let me just take this off. Seemed to be a sphinx that was kind of reaching for the door as well, stopping to just kind of blink as you miss Gleaming Quarrels. Oh, hello.
Hi.
And he kind of like a paw kind of almost instinctually goes to like a sheath that he has a dagger on, but he doesn't pull it. And who are you? Why are you down here?
I was invited down here.
By whom?
I believe he's the shop owner. Who are you? Hold on. I don't know if I can. I don't know how much to say here. It depends on who you are.
And he kind of squints.
I'm gonna squint back, but it's.
There's a
But I'm
mutual...
squinting in a slightly off angle.
There's a mutual squinting as he pulls his paw away from the dagger and sets it back on the ground. Well, I wouldn't ask your name if you won't ask mine then. How about that? The shop owner brought you down here. Clearly it's his prerogative. He kind of gives a little breathe. Welcome.
Hello.
And what were you doing going this way? Were you looking for somebody, something? What did he bring you down here for?
I'll be honest with you. I've been down here for a while. I don't know where he went.
And he once again kind of like looks up to the fact that there seems to be some voices and really scared things happening above the ground. Well, it seems like some kind of commotion has come up there. Perhaps he's dealing with them.
I can only assume that my group has decided to act like a bunch of idiots.
Your group?
Yes, I'm part of a traveling... we'll call them adventurers. Adventurers used very lightly.
So, glorified grave robbers is what I'm hearing.
That's about right.
And he gives a smile. Well, miss whoever you are, I think we'll get along very fine.
That was the hope.
He does hold out a paw to you.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. He kind of puts it down after a second, noticing your eyes. And the cane. My apologies.
Yep. Just that awkward. Yep, this is me.
Oh boy, Corals. Is there anything else you're doing down here, or say, are you staying here just with this guy?
I've been caught snooping, so I'm just gonna play it off as chilling and waiting.
Chilling and waiting. I like it. I like it. Well, you wouldn't have to wait for very long before what seems to be not a Persian coming down the stairs, rather, but rather than but a griffin instead kind of comes down the stairs. Let me find an icon for that. Starts coming down the stairs. Nosy lord. He comes down. Miss, you seem to have found one of my compatriots. I trust you are getting along well?
A very friendly sphinx over here. You seem to have left the door unlocked.
Oh. Well, we have enough of our own numbers that it wasn't too much of a concern to me if you went poking around. Regardless, it doesn't look like you really snooped around all too much, and he picks up some papers that seem to have fallen down on the ground. I will note that his voice patterns, at least, is very similar to what you know of Mr. Igneous, though last time you saw Mr. Igneous, he was indeed Persian.
There was quite a lot of boom outside. What's going on?
Oh, some delinquents up there decided to cause some trouble at a tavern, leave it up to a bunch of drunkards and adventurers to cause some trouble.
I'm gonna face off immediately and be like, I know exactly who it was.
Oh? Do tell.
Those friends I mentioned who get a bit paranoid if I leave too long.
Oh, were they blowing up the tavern because their
Probably.
their precious little friend had gone off on her own? You're an adult.
They have a tendency to overreact. I think they might think I'm more disabled than they know.
And
Can't believe Corals is talking shit about us behind our back. What a bitch.
And he kind of looks up. Well, I do hope that they won't be missing you for too long if you're joining our organization.
I hope so too. I may have to. What's the word I'm looking for here? Correct them.
There's a little bit of a shuffling to you talking within the familiar pouch attached to your side, Corals. There isn't any speaking though. You just feel it. Kind of picks up the papers and writes them back onto the desk.
Snips actually is going to. Would the familiar pouch be big enough to fit both Snips and Thumbtack?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna allow it because Thumbtack is literally an inch tall. Okay. So like,
okay, Snips is gonna like clearly walk into view because he's not trying to hide. He's Snips, he don't give a fuck. And then he's gonna like crawl into the familiar pouch, and then once inside the familiar pouch, give Thumbtack this look of you need to shut the fuck up.
Oh no, the Snips crawls in the familiar pouch and he kind of does that Spider-Man maneuver of immediately going up to like the corner of it as far away from Snips as he possibly can. And he seems to be Thumbtack seems to be absolutely out of his mind terrified from not just Snips but from something else. Yeah. And he is breathing rather rapidly.
Anybody can say things to Snips, but only I can understand Snips. I don't know if that's something that Thumbtack would understand.
Oh no, Snips comes in, and it's more along the lines of he's just, he's already making the zipping his beak sort of facial expression. Yeah. He doesn't want to say a word for once in his life, it seems.
Snips is just smart enough to be able to be okay, good man, we in this together now. All right.
To that end, this guy kind of walks in past as he writes those papers on the desk and he looks over on them. And how's the search for this one going? He kind of scratches his head. Honestly, it's a bit perplexing. You know, every time we think we have a trail on this little one, he seems to always elude our grasp. From what my units has told me, he's somehow last seen upon a ship that was coming into the North Plateau seaport.
Oh, I just came from there a little while ago.
And they both kind of like look towards you. Oh?
Yes, last time I was there, I don't know what he was. A big guy just kind of came in and started destroying the place.
Well, and you kind of give like they give each other kind of like a look. Well, yes, and they kind of nod. That seems to check out. By chance, and they kind of like it's one that sounds like Igneous speaking. Did you, by chance, happen to see an abnormally sized griffin? Just out of curiosity.
Well, like big?
No, quite small actually.
Oh, well, I don't see much.
He kind of flushes just a little bit. Ah, yes, my apologies.
There's some. It's hard to detect little. What's the word I'm looking for here? Fuck. Small things are a lot harder to detect than big things. And she's gonna wiggle her ears.
Whoa.
And they kind of just like nod a little bit. Well, very well. It was worth a try. And they lay down the papers on the desk again. There's a snap from the Sphinx as he seems to kind of shake his head. Really want to find that one. Got quite the bounty on his head.
Money, you say?
I'd go back up toward the top now. After these interviews had been conducted by everybody, everything seems to check out. And Electra and Peregrine, you guys, while under suspicion for a bit, seem to have just been more or less, yes, acting out of self-defense. But she still does urge you to go over to the guard's office so that way they may inspect your item that you'd given her before releasing it back out to you, just for the public safety concern of the whole thing. Especially since people literally thought it was a bomb.
Right.
However, the guards are kind of vacating the area at this point. I'm just gonna move them this way.
Is the
How far away?
sticking around by spirit?
Who was that?
Nope, none too.
Nope, I just said yeah. I can only do so much, so much at a time.
How far away is the precinct from here? Or how long would it take us to go get that smoke bottle, just offhandedly?
Oh, offhandedly, it'd probably, well, you might ask Metal Phantasm about that, actually. It is his city.
Paper cut.
Mm-hmm.
Where exactly is this precinct where we gotta go pick up that item?
The what?
No, our smoke bottle, they took it from us. We're looking for the precinct.
Let's see, I'll just roll knowledge local for that shit.
Yeah, go for it.
There we go. Yeah.
Ironically enough, it'd be actually around where your own house is. Sort of. They're kind of in like a... I guess it wouldn't be right next to it in a sense. It'd be about an hour walk across the different part of the city to get to where her specific offices are.
Oh, it's over by my place. Maybe we can stop by on the way.
Sure, sounds good. Let's find our errant companion first.
Of course.
Well, now we're back at square one. Electra goes over to the door that that guard was guarding.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that you guys had that open. Did they say anything about what happened to Corals?
They haven't seen anybody go inside, and the boss man or the owner of the building said he has to come inside when.
Did you see anyone else in the building?
We saw two, a Griffin and a Pegasus. It seems to be a tea shop, but they weren't letting us in.
And all the windows are blacked.
Blacked.
Giggity.
Yes, the curtains are closed on those windows.
I see someone through this window. Is that the same shop owner?
There seems to be what seems to be a very elderly bat pony who is just sipping on tea at his table. He doesn't seem to have noticed anything.
Does he look like Grandpa Mingo?
No. As a matter of fact, if you remember, there was a news article within your...
Grandpa Mingo is missing, yes. That's why I was asking.
Oh, gotcha. Well, he is elderly, but he does not look like Grandpa Mingo.
He's still a bat pony. He's my people. Alright, so do these stairs lead up to a door or just to the windows?
Yes. Up to the door.
Up to the door, alright. Orion's gonna knock.
There's a kind of a noise of doing foot paws. Coming over. There's like a slider about eye level that kind of opens, and the snoot of what you can see to be a phoenix wolf kind of slides open. Who is it?
Hello, I'm Dr. Orion, gynecologist extraordinaire. We're looking for a unicorn.
It closes. A moment later, it opens very briefly, and there's a little no soliciting sign that he pushes through the thing and closes it again.
Oh, that's base.
Orion looks into the window again. What kind of building is this?
Give me a Like, what kind of building are you meaning? Like, historically, what kind of building, or like what do you?
More like what kind of contents are inside? What gives me the impression that this is a place where I couldn't be welcome to solicit my gynecologist skills?
Give me perception. Well, I mean, past just looking fancy with books and tea and things like that, and very nice china about, you don't really recall too much about what kind of place this might be.
All right, Orion knocks on the door again.
There just seems to be no response. You never heard those foot paws kind of padding away. He seems to kind of still at least maybe be there at the door, or maybe he snuck away or something like that.
Orion's gonna smile big and show his teeth and keep knocking. And he knocks harder.
It opens again, and a moment later, give me a reflex save.
Oh no, am I getting maced?
Dude, let me in.
Give me a reflex save.
Alright, let me get that reflex save. Orion's good at those. Bam.
Nice. You avoid what seems to be a stick, effectively, a back scratcher that seems to be coming out to poke you in the eyes, but you miss it.
Can I bite the stick and grab it?
You can. Give me a...
Alright.
Yeah, give me that CMB. You disarm him of his weapon.
Haha. And with the back scratcher in his mouth, but the window's still open, Orion says, I'm also a very talented alchemist.
It's to your incessant knocking and your incessant wanting to go into the place that eventually a ring dancer does kind of come up to you. Orion, they don't want you to inspect their vagina.
Aww.
But we're trying to find corals.
She blinks. So you're going to try to force your way into somebody's house?
No, I'm gonna knock politely until they let me in. That's completely different.
And Spirit kind of sits over there and just kind of gets a little bit of a chuckle. Ring dancer has a point that is not forceful entry. She kind of gives a little bit of a huff. You all are stupid. She kind of
Well, how would you do it?
She looks over. I wouldn't. It's none of my business. But she does seem to be kind of pacing. Feel free to give me a sense motive.
Because Orion's good at those.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll down, sense motive. Yeah.
Well, you don't sense much, Mr. Orion. However, Mr. Phantasm, her motive is worry. As tough a face as she tries to put on, she seems to be worried about something.
Papercut goes up to her and he just says, "I'm sure she's fine."
And she
Did I
smiles.
get or did I get anything with 19?
Yes, you also get that sense.
Okay.
And Ring Dancer looks towards you, Mr. Middle Phantasm. I know she's fine. I've seen her skewer people. At the same time, it's a little worrying. Spirit, on the other hand, kind of beefily kind of goes over here next to Mr. Orion. Oh, having trouble getting into that door, Mr. Orion?
Yes, but I did get a nice back scratcher out of it.
She blinks. Oh? Well, perhaps you can add that to your list of medical tools, yes?
Orion holds it up and he ponders for a moment. It could get those hard to reach itch areas. And then Orion jumps over the banister and goes into the street.
Woo!
Alright, so are we just going to sit here and wait for Corals to show back up?
That's a party.
I think we should look for her.
I guess while we wait.
When we got that whole fight was just to get the guard out of the way. I mean, we can see if we can enter.
Well, we're doing a great job of being inconspicuous right now. 6 people gather around one door. I'm gonna go get a drink.
I'm gonna
You
look
think
for,
the bar's open?
I'm gonna look for some cover.
Is this the door that she entered through?
They may not want me there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is.
Electra's gonna message forward into this room. Essentially for Corals. Corals, are you there?
Do I receive?
You do not, as that is through more stone than what the spell allows.
Oh. There's no reply.
Moving to Miss Corals. Down here on here, let me switch maps here. After a moment, the Sphinx kind of goes back into the room to do whatever work that he was doing, though he doesn't seem to mind leaving the door open. Especially given blind.
Yeah.
And he smiles. Well, miss, what would you like your, and he kind of thinks, nickname to be in a sense. What should we address you by?
Corals is doing her Fortissimo impression.
And he kind of thinks a little bit. Well, if you ask me, I don't believe anybody in here is named Lovely yet. You could certainly take that name. He gives you a small wink.
Sure.
There's a wiggle within your familiar pouch again. Mr. Snips would see a somewhat blushing, flushing, slightly more angry Thumbtack.
Sure, that works.
And kind of smiles. Well, lovely it is then. He turns. Well, with that being said, we might not want to upset your friends as much as I would absolutely love to. And he kind of gives a little bit of a sarcastic roll of his eyes before taking your hoof. Miss Lovely, if you would accompany me upstairs, I believe we can take you back out to see them.
Yeah, okay. I was like, are these guys the Night Walker? Yeah, they. Yeah.
And you are taken back upstairs by your griffin friend, by his claws, which suddenly, kind of strangely, as you get up to the stairs, shift into what feel more like paws.
Mm-hmm.
And the person that you had seen there is now standing there. He opens the door for you right over here behind the counter for you to step forward. And he gives a nod to the Pegasus inside. Go ahead and reopen, especially if the guards are gone by now. I haven't heard much out there. He gives a nod, goes to unlock the door. And over by the window, Electra and Peregrine, all you guys see like the closed sign flip to open again on the tea shop. Now, you be a good one.
Yes, I look forward to future visits with you all.
It's the Pegasus that kind of comes over to address you. And if they ask where you've been, we do have an upstairs. So.
Trust me, they're quite easy to fool.
Orion, you heard the door click. Door click.
Orion's bouncing around. He's stomping his hooves on the ground. Really. Yay! Orion jumps over Coral's. T, it's open.
What?
Hello.
Corals, I'm glad you're safe. Electra gives you a big
Why
hug.
wouldn't I be? It's just a tea shop.
Well, you went in and then they closed, and they wouldn't let us in.
Listen, fine tea has its cost.
Orion walks up
Okay.
to the cat
I
and
love tea, man.
Walks up to the cat and what?
orders a cup of tea.
He kind of gives a smile. Any particular sort? We have a particular sale on chamomile today.
Orion looks on the shelves. Which one has the brightest colored label?
The brightest colored label is going to be the green tea, funnily enough. It has a rainbow on it.
Alright. Orion points to that one. That one. I want that one.
He wants the gay tea.
Fine choice. Would you like any sugar in it?
No, that's not real tea.
Hey, fair. See, we have a man of taste. And he pulls out to the what seems to be a kind of piping hot. Well, not really piping hot off the bat. He kind of pulls out what seems to be like a teapot full of water. Gets a cup out. He kind of vaguely gestures with a paw over to like the 1 copper piece per cup sign next to him. He starts pouring out the tea, and as he does, he's kind of waving his paw around the water, which seems to start becoming fairly hot enough to drink with tea as he makes it very nicely in ways that I'm not a tea person myself, so I'm not sure all the specifics, but I know there's a process, and he does that process. Eventually, he kind of scoots the tea towards you. 1 copper.
Orion tosses a copper onto the counter.
Enjoy yourself.
Smells the tea, and Orion's going to check to see if it's poisoned.
Yep. So you go to sniff and lightly taste the tea. It's just like green tea.
It seems to check out. And Orion takes a sip.
And it is really good green tea.
Oh, this is a baller-ass tea, dude.
Some bomb-ass tea and
Some bomb-ass tea and
Yeah, Orion finishes the cup, licks it dry, and turns it upside down. And then it jumps over the Pegasus and rejoins the party.
Well, Electra and Orion and others.
Yes?
We should stop causing chaos and get out and go find somewhere to stay for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting pretty late. I would agree.
Yeah, Papercut knows a place.
Oh, if you guys would need somewhere to sleep, I'm sure that the next door neighbors to the shop might be able to house you. That is, if you guys aren't able to sleep at the taverns. Is that an impossibility?
What form are you in right now, Metal Phantasm?
What was that?
What's your disguise right now?
No disguise.
Oh, okay, so you're just paper cut.
Yeah.
So I assume people would probably know that you own a store here.
Yeah, but I own a store here.
Yeah, you actually have a place now. I wanted to see wanted to see your shop.
Oh yeah, just follow me. I know the way.
Let's go.
Alright.
Hey!
Alright,
It was lovely meeting you all. Bye bye.
line yourselves up right here so I can just copy paste all your tokens.
Alright, everyone, form a line in alphabetical order.
Doesn't need to be a line, I just need your tokens all in one place so that I can select them all.
Yeah, but the line would be kind of cute.
Alright, there we go.
Harken back to the days of elementary school.
Copy. Let me pull up this wherever it may be. Ha! There it is. First floor.
Peregrine, you're being different. You know better.
That's what makes me me, baby.
I need to ask you just a couple things really quick, Mr. Phantasm. Just
Yeah.
gonna DM here just to make sure I'm gonna place them in the right place. Womp womp. Alright. Let's see. Where's Theo? Theo. I haven't actually messaged you in a while. Hang on. Message. Right, that correct?
That is correct.
Alrighty. Let me make sure I have this in place. Aha. Alright, cool. We can move here. Now, you guys start walking. It would be about an hour before you got to Metal Phantasm's, or rather Paper Cut's place. As you plodded along, plod. Notice there's a couple things in the city. There does seem to be, I mean, it's just a city. There's not much that's really going on other than people bustling about, having a good time. There's not really an abundance of outright stealing and crime and shadiness that you're seeing through the city, as far as you are aware.
I'll let you finish.
Oh, and as you start nearing upon a fairly larger building, I would like Mr. Metal Phantasm, Theo, I would like you to describe what the outside of your building looks like.
Alright. It is it's a 2-story building, flat top, chimney on the top, couple smokestacks, yeah. Windows, couple windows here and there. None really on the bottom floor, mostly on the top floor. But yeah, it goes in well with the just the standard building for this part of town.
While we're
yeah, single door with a sign outside that says Hardley's Workshop.
You guys approach this workshop.
sounds like a lovely place. While we're approaching the workshop, I'm gonna motion towards Electra's horn, and then motion towards my body, trying like not to say anything, but try to imply that I need her to do something.
Electra just tilts her head.
Motion again, and then like, you know, horn, and then like motion my whole body. Like,
She's gonna
check
cast
me out.
Prestidigitation on Corals to clean her.
Do the magic. You
Do the
should
mag-
check me out. Electra,
Corals,
see if this
you're
this
one of my
thing
best
I found
friends.
is
But-
magic.
Sorry?
See if this thing I found is magic, and you know, scan it, and then I'm gonna motion to my whole body.
Alright.
Are you hitting on my girlfriend?
Well, yeah,
That's
This
what it looks
episode-
like.
yes,
In-
yes,
in the-
that is.
What? I do you want me to clean you?
Does anybody have a wipe around?
Needs a wipe.
Do not wipe my girlfriend.
You should,
that sounds better.
Yeah. No, you should just make sure this thing
Natty
I found
20.
doesn't have any magical properties, and I motion to my whole body again.
Okay.
Is this an innuendo or a double entendre you're playing?
Peregrine,
Sure.
you
I
are
don't
just as
know what
perplexed.
you
Peregrine, you are just as perplexed as I am on that.
Yeah. Even the Dan's like, what the
Okay.
fuck are you talking
Let's
about?
try.
I'm
I
just
like
doing
that.
roleplay shit.
Yeah. Electra casts detect magic on Corals.
So I don't. Yeah, Emily didn't tell me I had anything fucky like cast on me or anything.
While you were down there?
Yeah.
Well, you do that. And remind me, You went through with the Gias, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes. Miss Electra, yes, you would get the you would get some sort of magic upon her.
Some sort
Oh no, not the gears. We did the.
I'm not looking for the game. So out of character here. I'm like out of character. I know that these guys haven't like cast any kind of like spying spells or anything weird like that on me. But in character, I don't know.
So
So
it wasn't a geeks, by the way. It was that mind thing.
Corals is just trying to be certain right now that there's no scrying happening.
I want to make sure that they are not able to tell that I'm.
You can't pick up.
Should I tell you guys what I saw, for example? You know?
And this is where you're gonna have to remind me, because that's actually something that I kind of slipped my mind.
Out of character. What I'm saying is, I do not have anything like that on me.
Okay, cool.
But the whole point of this whole thing was just the flavor of, I was down there alone. Make sure I don't have any fucky magic going on here that they would have caused. Yeah.
Electra, you cast your detect magic. You detect magic, yes. That is a yes or no question. On doing that, you start detecting little things here and there about corals within the familiar pouch, etc., etc.
Now, there would be a particularly strong magic on my eyes.
And necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking something up.
And the bag.
Get a better look. She starts on Coral's bag and takes a closer look. Well, let me look at the detect magic spell. Because I know if you do it for a couple of rounds, you can.
I need a knowledge arcana.
Number of different magic.
Knowledge arcana, you.
Yeah.
Peregrine's being a jerk. And then I lost it. You're lighting up like someone under a black light.
Keep in mind that this only shows up for Electra. It doesn't show up for you.
No, I know. He's just being an asshole.
Oh, and Electra, why else do you see all these little magical things about Mrs. Corals?
I'm checking her bag right now with this knowledge arcana.
Yeah, you're unsure of what spell school it is.
Wow, Corals, what did you do down there?
I'm trying to make sure of her.
You have some magic on the bag, and she's gonna check her eyes next.
Go for it.
Wow, they really got you good.
Peregrine.
You were unsure what spell school is on her eyes as well.
Good lord.
I don't know. I found some magic in the bag and on your eyes, but I'm not able to tell what it is.
And there's one on your necklace. There's some in the familiar pouch.
Yeah. Okay, so things that.
Necklace,
so what you're saying,
pouch.
Electra, is that these are magics that would be expected, not unexpected magic from an unknown source.
I'm not able to detect anything general. No, it's just these little.
Okay, that's good because I have some things to tell you.
And what kind of things are those?
I have nothing to tell you, of course. Why would I say anything silly? We're just here to visit our good friend Papercut, right, Papercut?
Yep.
Let's head inside and check out your shop, where nobody can hear us.
A couple moments later, as you guys start going into the shop, pushing it open, there does seem to be like a little opening on the familiar pouch before a certain tiny little griffin comes out and immediately zips up into Corals' hair, not saying a word.
You are one sneaky bastard.
Do I notice that?
He wasn't sneaking from you guys, so yes.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a sense motive on that.
Go for it.
Nice.
Uncommon scenario of Thumbtack not saying a word.
Shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm okay with it.
His motive is Tiny Griffin, as far as you are aware.
Yeah. He's shutting up, and that's okay.
I'll sense that motive once more.
Go for it.
19.
You gander, his motive is that he's scared witless.
It's got you so terrified.
There's
Nothing
no
has him
response.
terrified until we're inside the building.
Oh, that's a good point. We would love to hear your dirty stories of what happened in that tavern.
You guys enter the first room here on the first floor. Metal Phantasm, Mr. Theo, Mr. Papercut, all three of those people. Describe what the inside of your building looks like upon entering.
Well, there are tools strewn about the place. The embers are cold in the actual workshop here. He goes ahead to check his stock. You know, make sure that he hasn't been plundered while he was out.
Your door was securely locked when from when you had left. You actually had to put in like a small key to get it to open up again. Everything seems to be in place at how you left it, though there does seem to be a layer of dust over most of the stuff that was just left about on the counter.
He wipes off some of the dust on the tools, and he just says, "Home, sweet home."
How long have you been gone?
How long have you been gone?
Whoa.
I've never been here.
From your place, basically.
Oh, from my place?
Ever since we met. That's how long it's been since I've been home.
Oh, okay.
Peregrine is visibly salivating over the collection of what I guess you could describe as engineering-related items.
Oh, yeah.
What a stockpile.
Yeah, you kind of need something like this if you're gonna run a business based around engineering, you know?
Heck yeah, we should go into a business partnership, my man.
I'll consider it.
Oh, that would end very well. I can already see it.
Hey, you don't know me.
I think I know you well enough to know that you would be a terrible business partner.
It takes a lot to build these things. And he twirls his revolver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you're very trigger happy. You'll probably shoot half the customers that come in.
Only if they insult my work.
He has a very good point there. Mr. Papercut, it would be my professional opinion that you do not go into business with this griffin here. He will shoot all of your customers. If they so much as look at that kid over there.
That's my only worry.
Hey, at least you got good home defense.
Alright, so it's settled then. Peregrine will go into business with Papercut, and Electra will stay home and raise kids.
Works for me.
This is your average 1950s home.
Speaking of
Welcome to the nuclear family.
Papercut.
Mm-hmm.
How secure is this place?
Well, no one's been in here, and this isn't even where this isn't even where I do my my main hobby.
Okay.
What?
This is good because
You have more?
I'm not about to turn around.
Papercut just legit. He just kind of just takes off his mask. He's just like,
Oh, good lord.
yeah,
That's good because I'm not about to risk getting any of our heads chopped off.
Alright, girl, so who did you bang down there?
I didn't bring anyone.
I thought you went to get some special.
Yeah, Papercut pulls out just basically his entire stock of stuff, and he's to just show it. And he's just like, all right, so here's all my stuff here. We can use it on our journeys.
Great.
And you got the list, right, Mimley?
Yes. If you can just retype that to me so I don't have to scroll up so far here.
Alright, hold up.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan, keep your dirty hooves off the merchandise.
Where did I put it? Where is it?
Yeah, it's deep within our archive, Theo.
There it is. I only had to scroll up a couple times.
Yeah, just retype that to me just so I have it on quick access here.
Alright. There we go.
Based. Alright. Yeah, that would have been hard for me to search. All right. And so are you just telling them what your stock is, or just looking at what's on this table immediately right here?
On the table is just tools, repair stuff. You know, it's just like it's just basically doodads that I use to do my work. Little things here and there. I'll also just post this in spectator voice chat right there, the list. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you go. There seems to be a an amalgamation of things, different spiky things, weird syringes, stuff for everybody. Spirit is just kind of like looking at the whole spread. This is a thrill for starting adventurers. Very nice.
Oh yeah. You won't believe the business we get with youngsters looking out to you know, for their first stuff, some of their starting gear, if you will.
Fortissimo.
Yeah.
Look at that. And she points over toward what seems to be a rapier on the counter. You seem like the kind of person that would take up one of those.
The last time I tried to use an actual and a fake sword, it didn't end too well.
Oh yes, never mind. You have bad luck around those. I did, and she kind of thinks a little bit. Actually, it would be best if you stuck to those weird spell swords that you have.
Yes.
You very, very well did in that last things that you fought with him.
Who has that that special like star medal or whatever that we found last time? That
I have it.
Oh, okay, cool. I was actually gonna suggest we do something with that for you. That stuff would be really useful for you, Paper Cut, I think.
Oh yeah.
Was it a New Bricks?
New Bricks, that's what it was called.
Yep.
I think it was an E-Bricks, wasn't it?
I think it might have been spelled. It's a Nebrix or a New Bricks. They're both.
A New Bricks. Yeah, it's a New Bricks.
Yes, if you guys were like looking at the name of it, it was indeed called Nebrix.
And that roll that I had, I can't remember. It was particularly high. You said I recognized it. Do I know what it does exactly?
Yeah. What does it do?
From what you guys, what I told you guys before, a Nebrix is said to somewhat be able to pass through both iron and steel, at least by rumor that, as it's somewhat rumored to be capable of phasing in and out of reality per legend.
Hey, throw it at this piece of metal, and he grabs something from the table. That's just a piece of iron.
And Paper Cut chucks it.
Like how hard?
Not very hard. Just like he's not throwing it with like, you know, heavy force or anything. Like basically like, hey, catch this.
Add a piece of metal.
Yeah.
You throw it lightly at the very hard piece of metal, and there's almost a non-existent little thud on it, and a very nice dent is left in that metal with nothing on the actual sky metal itself.
Holy shit!
Oh, this is gonna be perfect. And he takes it and he gets to work.
All right, story time, guys.
All right, you start getting.
Gather around, children. It's Mama Coral's story time.
Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, bring dancer.
I just roll on blacksmith, right?
Yes, that would be blacksmith. And it would also depend on what you're trying to make, because you don't have very much of this stuff, keep in mind.
Yeah. In fact, I just poke around the corner and I say, Peregrine, help me out here.
Sure. Yeah, I'll be right there. Let's see. Remember what I have. I may not have blacksmith. My thing's like gunsmithing. Let me open it up.
What are you trying to make?
I am currently going to make, basically like brass knuckles, kind of. Like kind of like a little bit of like a spiked brass knuckles.
Something like that. Just before you roll, that would take you about 2 days to make, but you are more than free to make it.
We can work on that.
Oh, Orion bounces around and gets all excited and runs into the blacksmith area. It's like, paper cut, drink this right here.
Paper cut drinks it.
Oh, look at this trust. It could have been anything, but it's actually this.
Crafter's fortune.
Hell yeah.
Oh, here comes
Plus 5
Fortissimo.
bonus.
Oh, what will he do?
Fortissimo's watching this whole ordeal.
Woo!
Paper cut drinks it, and he just says, "Oh yeah!" and he just fucking just goes full. He just kind of goes full on clockwork mode, and he just fucking just starts working on that shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have to do a certain craft that I have. I can try like firearms, but that's not really what we're doing.
Metal Phantasm straight up looking at this metal like, I will craft you.
And Orion, even though he gave away his crafter's potion, he's struck by inspiration himself. He's going to set up his alchemy kit over here in this corner, and he's going to start making breath mints.
Very nice.
Yeah, these are going to be dissolving.
I will need the blacksmith roll still from Theo though.
Oh yeah.
I'm like waiting for that one. Like that's the big one.
Plus 5, 17.
18.
Right.
18.
18.
Very nice.
On my 19, if that counts. I don't know if that does or not.
Yeah. So you're more than capable of making these, though. After a few moments of maneuvering this metal, trying to like thud it into some shapes, trying to smelt out like the impurities and things like that, you kind of come to the conclusion that rather than 2 days like you'd originally assumed it would take to do something like this, it might take 3, and you might have to go buy a couple of hammers, given that any sort of little hammer
breaks
on
them.
this, thoroughly is not good for your hammers.
Shit.
All in the life of a craftsman engineer.
Indeed.
So
Meanwhile-
Corals gets to tell us lots of stories.
Yes. Meanwhile, Blooming Corals over here. Story time!
Okay.
Story time!
Yeah.
On that note, quickly, like BRB, I gotta take my clothes out of the dryer.
It'll be in character. Alright.
Okay. Electra, you're one of the smarter ones here. So are you, Orion. Orion, you
Thanks.
Yay!
I said smarter, not stronger.
She blinks. Once again. Thanks.
That's what I'm here for.
Spirit also looks somewhat offended.
Okay, so those fuckers that metal fan paper cut was has issues with. That's who those guys were.
What were they called? What, the Nightwalkers or the Battermains or?
The Batarangs? The Nightwalkers?
Peregrine shouts from the forge too. Seems like Thumbtack had some problems with him too.
Yeah,
I think most of us do.
Shut up,
Little
you,
pussy
I'm
hasn't
not
said a
here.
word.
Yeah, like he calls out from the hair. Shut up, you, I'm not here.
Anyway,
What a
Thumbtack's
wuss.
wanted.
Oi! And he pops out of the
Well.
hair. You watch it, you. I'll stab your eyes out, I will.
Can you say that you're surprised,
They
really?
already have been.
And,
No, I'm not. But I think maybe I've convinced them to let me in.
Hmm.
So you're a
That is
Nightwalker
interesting.
now.
I might be. I don't trust it. There was no weird initiation. There was no paperwork signing. There was nothing. They were just like, "You're in now," and I don't know about that.
Electra squints her eyes a bit. What, you just asked and they let you in?
I told them I wanted to kill Metal Phantasm.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh God!
Peregrine leans his head back. What?
That was a ruse, wasn't it? I'm certain that you wouldn't just say that and mean it.
As far as you know.
Thumbtack Thumbtack to this kind of pops out and lands on your nose, Miss Blooming Corals. Oi, she was right, fantastic, and you won't think that she's evil for it. She didn't rat me out. She didn't.
Why would I rat any of you out? You've saved my life at least like half a time.
So what's
Do you think-
what's your angle?
Okay, two people talked. Electra first, because she's quieter.
Do you think that you can find useful information from them, or?
That's the hope, because clearly Papercut has issues with the guys, and they're working. I don't know if they're working with the cleric or Zakiro or both. I don't know you guys' story. Nobody told me, but I know you guys have issues with them, and I think maybe we can figure out a higher up and maybe go from there. Get somebody higher up in their ranks.
We escaped as slave gladiators from them.
Okay,
And then we burned down the priest's house.
and blew up like 2 prisons.
Wait, why?
And Electra and I
Fuck
threw up
them.
on him.
I didn't throw up on him. You did.
You danced for him.
That was an illusion.
That's
No
a
one in
lewd,
this
that
land
is.
is a duke.
Wait, I thought you guys were trying to take down their group. You've
No,
just been
listen.
causing chaos and running from them this whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
That's called guerrilla tactics.
So
I
you're
thought it
not
was
trying to
guerrilla
take down the
tic-tac.
society. Well,
I
Papercut
thought it
might
was
be, but
Gorilla
you guys...
Thumbtacks.
Huh.
I saw him turn into a dragon just as well as.
Paper just kind of stops working. He peers over the little thing here and he says, "As I've done more to stop them than you ever have." And he just fucking just goes back to working like normal.
Damn, son.
That might be true, but it's not that easy to fight a dragon.
That
He almost
wasn't
killed Coral or Pickle.
that wasn't the guy who turned into a dragon. That was
That was Grandpa
that
Mango.
was Grandpa Mango.
Yeah.
Oh, thought it was the Nightwalker.
Yeah,
No.
didn't they both turn into dragons?
I
No,
thought
he
they
was
both
just
did.
powerful enough to fight a dragon.
Yeah, he was just
Oh. Okay.
obliterating them.
Well, there was a huge swirling whirlwind, and Pickles got hit with a beam of disintegration.
Wait, so what you're saying is that I just attempted to infiltrate a society for no reason whatsoever.
Baron comes around the corner with his Nightwalker cape on. Yep.
Well,
Thumbtack looks thoroughly mad at all of you, not Corals, and says, "Oi, she did right, good she did."
I don't blame her for what she did. I think she did good.
We could
Yeah,
use it to our advantage.
Yeah, here's the
yeah,
deal.
but
We're
I
not.
don't want to keep this facade. I can't keep doing this, man. I want to keep
Well,
getting
then-
separated from you all. It's freaking me out.
Well, then don't walk off. I even
I
tried to...
thought they were bounty hunters first, and then it turns out they're Nightwalkers, and this whole thing got really out of control really fast.
Well,
All right.
congratulations, you're a member of a criminal organization now.
Wow, already what? Well, hold on.
And Thumbtack,
Shit.
Thumbtack just kind of sits and he crosses his claws a little bit. Well, she's not gonna get you in as near as much trouble as I would if they saw you with me.
I'm not too worried about us. I'm worried about her when they realize that she's backed out on the deal.
I'll stab out their
You know what
eyes,
they
I
do.
will. Nobody touches my corals.
I thought. Well, this whole plan just went out the window.
What was your plan, Corals?
I was under the impression y'all were trying to take them out, so I was gonna try to get in good with the leaders and kidnap
Well,
them.
we are.
Are we?
Yeah, we do have.
I mean, the only reason
We
we've
know.
been blowing them up and eating them is because they keep getting in the way.
They took us
And
as
we know
slaves.
they're working with Sakura. And they're the ones who kidnapped us in the first place.
That's a good point. Because that brings me to my second point that I was going to bring up, in that the leaders probably have connections to Zakira and can tell us more information about it.
I doubt that for some reason. She's a changeling. Her whole MO is fooling people as to who she is.
But the more information about the different forms she takes, the better. The more we can avoid her until we're ready for her.
Well, we know she usually turns into a Kieran.
That's too obvious even for a lich to always be a Kieran.
And it's weird what she's done so far, but you're right.
Yeah, Corals makes a good point. Having more information is good. So how do you intend to use this to your advantage?
I have no idea.
You promised them paper cut, and they're probably going to hold you to that promise.
I did not do that. I said I wanted to kill him. I didn't say I would kill him.
Oi, oi, that one, you. The one with the unicorn. You're Fortissimo, right? That's the one.
Yeah.
Come off it. You're the smart one. What we do?
What? It's not my call. I'm not the one who got involved with the fucking night.
And Thumbtack kind of flutters off Corals' nose and instead onto Fortissimo's, and he boops you on top of your nose. Boop. Oi! You stop being so nervous right now, and you killed a dragon turtle, you did. Come on. Come up with a plan. He jumps on your nose. Jump, jump, jump,
Well
jump.
then, we kill the Nightwalker.
And Spirit starts clapping. Inspirational, Fortissimo. Absolutely inspirational.
Papercut just yells from the background, "Story of my life!"
Oh, Papercut, I have an idea. Instead of blowing through all these iron hammers, maybe, because we still got some of that adamantine left. Let's,
Craft some hammers.
What I know about the alloy of adamantine and iron,
You can certainly.
glaucite,
Well, you can certainly give me an engineering for it. What's it called?
or glaucite, something like that, like glaucoma.
Glaucoma.
Globgolite.
Yes, you would.
Let's, because I know we've got some of that adamantine left over, enough to make a blacksmith hammer out of it.
Making that hammer would take you about 2 days.
Oh fuck. Well,
crafting is not an instant process. I hope you guys know. Like it takes time. Like.
in that case, I'm actually just gonna see if we can make. I'll get a full adamantine blacksmith hammer started.
Fantastic.
I'm not sure how much that material would
take.
take.
You would need adamantine tools to make that happen.
Oh shit. Fuck it. Let's make the glaucite then.
Fantastic. I mean, you're still looking at glaucite. Let's see. You have forges. I guess I should ask first, how do you plan on going about that? Because you still don't have adamantine tools to manipulate the actual adamantine.
Well, it's not really. I'm not sure. Would it be harder to make than alloy of it? I don't know. We'll worry about it later. That's something I have to look into. We'll just keep working on the new bricks for now.
New bricks. Alrighty. Well, Spirit giving a little bit of a clap. Well, Fortissimo's epic plan. We are here, Mr. I guess Paperclip. Mr. Paperclip.
Paper cut. What?
Or cut. Sorry. Yeah. Where are your beds? I am beat.
Oh, they're upstairs. So, place is kind of made for 2 people, but you know we can. I'm sure I have enough stuff, enough covers and stuff.
Very well.
First of all.
And
he opens up. Shit. Where's the door?
Oh, that's the door. Hang on, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Furthermore, Electric, regarding my story, don't you fucking leave it, bitch.
Yeah. Through here.
I found out something I probably didn't want to know, and now all the more reason to deal with Bleakburn.
Why? What did you find out?
So, turns out,
well, we got a couch down here.
Some of the some of the guys who I play the board games with are informants for the Nightwalkers.
Well,
That's not good.
it certainly isn't.
To put it lightly, we have the repository of all the information on the planet. Not directly accessible, of course. None of it's written down, technically, but it's around.
So does your organization have a system in place to find these deserters?
Nothing particularly complicated. It's usually just figure out who they are and kill them at all costs.
I can imagine it quite hard to find which one of these people are informers and which aren't.
You got to keep in mind, most of our members are well into their older years. They know what they're doing. We need to, as soon as we get to Bleakburn, I imagine we're going that place. That seems like a very popular place.
I believe that's the plan.
As soon as we get there, we need to find. He'll look like an old man. I've never seen him before. He'll look like a schizophrenic old man. He'll have one eye that's larger than the other.
Okay.
He's a earth pony, and he'll be wearing a cloak, a green cloak. If you find him, I need to know immediately.
What species is he?
He's an earth pony. He's she's never seen him, so she doesn't know exactly what color. She just knows that he wears a green cloak. He looks like he has schizophrenia. That one eye is bigger than the other, and he's an earth pony.
I'll keep an eye out for any strange earth ponies like that match this description in Bleakburn.
He's very, very old. He looks like he's on death's doorstep.
Why is he... What's he do?
He gets around more than anyone else. He leads us in a matter. Leading is a very loose term.
He's kind of your the head of your organization, then.
In a way. Don't let his looks fool you, though. Just don't anger him. Just don't do that.
Well, if he gets angry at me, I'll stab his one eye out. I will.
You don't want to do that.
Well, you can't handle me. And he wiggles around his thumbtack.
He will. I've heard rumors that what he can do. He can cause earthquakes. He's a scary guy. Just trust me on this.
Thumbtack, in a fit of boldness, flutters up to the rafters and starts fencing with an invisible opponent.
Just trust me. Find him. Don't talk to him. Do not piss him off.
Okay, I'll let you know if I see him.
Okay.
I think we should go to bed now.
We can.
What time of day is it?
It's like late afternoon, nearing on evening.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not quite bedtime.
Well, if we start...
That being said, as Peregrine curls up on the couch, there's a couple moments before what feels like a small thud on your beak hits you, Peregrine.
Huh?
Something seems to have fallen down and hit you on the beak.
What?
You look at the offending thing that had hit you upon the beak and spot a small marble.
What the hell? I look up.
There's a snickering Thumbtack on the rafters.
You little bastard. You let me sleep in peace.
Oi, nah, it was too good, look.
Oh, wait a second. I just realized something. Fucking double time, bitches. We're speeding this shit up.
Oh, you speeding it up.
Yeah, it's a vigilante feat. You know, it's basically, how can I do all my work and be a vigilante at the same time? There's a feat for that.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
So Papercut just starts working even faster.
Yes. One day for you then. Or I
Fucking
guess
assembly
a
line.
day and a half technically. Yeah.
Get him, boy.
He ain't gonna be sleeping either. Hell yeah.
Very robotic. He's like Metal Phantasm is literally a how it's made video right now.
Hey, you look like you got it, man. I'm snoozing on the couch right now.
All right. There's snoozing going on. Is anybody going up to the second floor?
Mm-hmm.
Go up
Well,
to
if
the
we're gonna
stairs if you're going
start-
to the second floor.
If we're
Oh,
gonna
what's
start
through
a
here?
s-
I mean, there's one couch here that I doubt you all want to cuddle up on.
Yeah.
Much
might
less
as
ring
well
dancer.
give you all the grand tour. So, right up here, go up the staircase. Here, there's a good little staircase. Goes up to the actual house.
Good little staircase it is. Look at that. Hold up. I got ya. I'm just gonna move you guys here. Look at that. Look at that. There we go.
Ree!
There we go.
Well, if we're gonna start assassinating the Nightwalker,
I didn't
Should we
say
j-
we had to do that. I mean, the option is there.
yeah, the option's there, and Spirit certainly seems on board with it. And if they're working with Secure, they certainly have it coming to them.
Well,
Why should-
as much as I would like to, honestly, and she kind of thinks a little bit, that is more of your guys' problem. As much as I hate to say it, I don't want to add more to my platter than getting rid of this curse.
Well, the Nightwalkers are working directly with Sekira, so there's that connection there that gets you involved.
I suppose.
And plus, assassination seems more aptly suitable to someone of your skills.
And,
What's
she
one
kinda-
more deep hand scar to your list?
She kind of raises an eyebrow. I hope you don't know that I don't go eating people's brains and cutting off their heads for no reason, Orion.
I'm sure you have very good reasons to do it.
Ring Dancer approaches you, Fortissimo, and looks you up and down, intimidatingly. And she kind of just keeps walking.
This looks like a pretty nice place. Paper cut.
Yeah, my dad and I used to live here together.
Is this a hot tub or a sink?
It's supposed to be a sink.
It's a sink.
Describe your second floor, Theo. You haven't done that yet.
All right. Well, it's a nice, neat place. There are photos on the walls of Papercut and his dad. You know, just doing engineer stuff, going out and about, some drawings, whatever. There is there are two doors right here. They both go to different rooms, and then this is the door to Papercut's dad's room.
Well, Mr. Papercut,
Mm-hmm.
where would you have us rest?
Well, let's see here. Well, there's a big bed in here.
You want me to undo that with the dynamic lighting?
Yeah.
Boom.
Big old bed. And wow, some of this stuff is two bookcases. Wow, that was an accident, but
A man living like a king.
We was kangs.
That's a big bed.
No!
What?
Just don't go looking through anything.
What is this?
I
Oh,
don't.
yeah.
Peregrine's fucking dead.
Peregrine is sleeping really hard today.
Let's see,
I'm
we
downstairs.
have
I'm just exploring.
a huge
No,
bed.
no, you don't.
We got a chair right here. And he goes ahead and pulls out a couple sleeping bags, whatever. But yeah. Hands them off to everyone.
Are there any beams hanging over the ceiling that Orion could hook up to?
Yes, there is. In fact, there are. Oh, I guess. You tell me, Papercut. Actually, this is your.
I was gonna say. Yeah. There's a few here and there.
Cool.
Yeah. It's not like super big. It's rather cleanly. It's like a rather clean looking ceiling. Maybe the odd bar here or there.
I see you've curled upon a pillow.
Yeah.
You look
I will
very
be
comfortable.
sleeping here.
You feel a thud on your nose. Thud.
Do you?
And he snickers. Oh, come off it! Look! It was funny, wasn't it? He flutters down. Flutter, flutter, flutter. And, floats on top of your mane there, Fortissimo. Thumbtack seems to, have found a bed himself.
Hey. Whatever.
Oi. No, tell me off, are ya?
Oh no. That's exactly what you want me to.
He kind of squints. That size is you, and he nuzzles. All right. So this is what, fidget spinning aside. Is this where we're sleeping? Like,
Ryan's just gonna go to talk about. Am I muted?
No.
Nope. You're
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I was going to discuss plans to assassinate the Nightwalker. Coming, plan in place to start taking them out one by one.
I have just the room to plan that stuff in. And Paperhead walks out of the room, and he goes up against the far wall up here.
It's still early in the night, so anyone who's interested, come join me.
It's early in the night?
Yeah, it's like afternoon.
It's late now. It's late afternoon, barring on evening.
And then Papercut just kind of says, I always wondered why the code for this was literally 42. And he presses 4 to, he just kind of like knocks on it 4 times, and then 2 times, and then the little door opens up.
42, you don't say.
Now, I'm just gonna do this maneuver here.
Well,
Ooh.
What a nice room.
And you see it's basically Papercut's Metal Phantasm planning room. You see like a bunch of fucking you know Crazy Walls, how insane people fucking have like yarn and pins, newspapers. That's basically what he has.
Who's Pepe Sylvia?
and you see there's some newspaper clippings here and there, like Metal Phantasm saves, like they're basically in chronological order. The more you go up the room, it's like Metal Phantasm, mysterious Metal Phantasm saves Stagecoach. Metal Phantasm does this. Metal Phantasm does that. One of them is Metal Phantasm blows up building. Couple hundred slaves rescued.
It's like metal. It's like it's like Mr. Incredible reminiscing on all his old stuff.
Basically.
Who is the Phantasm?
And then right over here is a scale replica of the entire city that he built.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh shit, I meant to follow them.
Ring Dancer kind of pokes Fortissimo. She pokes you. Poke, poke, poke.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are you sleeping?
It's been a lot has happened.
And she like raises an eyebrow. And
we have a chair right here. Comfy chair. I hardly sit in it though. Papers thrown about, certain like tools here and there, some rope.
Alright, well let's get down to brass tacks. Are we serious about tracking down and killing the Nightwalker? Or are we going to lay low and keep our heads down?
That's what I've been doing for the past couple years.
I think we should probably... I think probably Zakira will help us... Tracking Zakira down will probably help us track down some of the higher-ups and the Nightwalkers as well.
Papercut then just draws a picture of Zakira, pastes it on the wall, and adds another string. With a note under that says, "Working with the Nightwalkers?
A thinking emoji.
I'm not gonna lie, Papercut. I kind of got in over my head.
It happens to the best of us."
On the bright side, they think I'm one of them now. That should be a little bit easier, but you know.
Let's make a decision, folks. Are we hunting them down or are we staying low?
My vote is to stay low.
My vote is to do what I've been doing and hunting them down.
So, stay low until the opportunity presents itself.
Yes.
Whoops.
Did somebody tell the author's story hook? Strange. Strange.
Oh no.
Oops.
Whoops.
He's throwing down more stuff, adding them onto the thing, like basically just taking some of the people he's encountered along the way and just adding them to the crazy wall, what he knows about them, how they might be connected.
As you guys are kind of talking about this, there seems to be like a banging and a crashing coming from downstairs, and then what seems to be a peregrine chasing something small seems to be running upstairs.
Oh, as soon as Papercut hears the banging and crashing, he just fucking darts it.
You spot what seems to be peregrine chasing something.
I saw that little shit go down there.
Oi! Get him away from me!
Get back here.
No!
Why is he
no,
chasing you?
No,
Right here.
I didn't do nothing, I did! You leave me alone, you! That
Bastard.
Oi!
Marbles. Where the hell did you find all these marbles?
Oh, that's none of your business!
I'm just chasing them like Tom and Jerry.
Everyone, stop running!
Give me an intimidation check, you.
Okay. Intimidation. Skills. As soon as this thing loads, my computer's being a little slow at the moment for some reason. Intimidate. I rolled that. There we go.
He
Damn.
was indeed fairly intimidating when he shouted this.
This little bastard's dropping marbles on my face.
Thumbtack.
Peregrine does stop though.
Thumbtack kind of stumbles on the rafters a little bit and drops a couple more marbles down that he seemed to have been carrying with him.
Papercut flies up and he just says, "Behave."
I did nothing wrong, and he boops you on the nose.
Papercut again just reiterates, "Behave."
Oi! He was sleeping! It's not even that
Another
late, it is.
intimidate.
Oh,
I just rolled
yeah.
Ooh.
And being that you are literally in Dakali with your vigilante identity, you squint at him, and he like drops like another marble kind of falls out of his bag, bloop, 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 bloop. And he kind of gives a little bit of a and then flutters away. But yes, you did seem to scare him a bit.
It's the goddamn Batman.
I will not have you breaking anything in my home.
And he goes to hide in.
And then he looks at a photo on the wall and he says, "Our home."
Aw. He goes.
I
to,
apologize.
Yeah, he goes to flutter in Ring Dancer's mane, who promptly brushes him away. Don't try to hide in my mane. You're the one who fucked up. All right. He
Anyways.
goes into the familiar pouch.
Holy shit! What a stockpile!
Oh my.
rope, net, bags,
Ooh.
crazy wall,
Phantasm rings.
phantasma rings.
Phantasma rings.
Can I have phantasma rings? Or do I have phantasma rings here?
We'll say you have
I forgot to
Phantasma
ask what I forgot to ask what I had in my my thing up here.
Yeah, you have 2 phantasma rings.
2 phantasma rings, epic.
Hell yeah. Gotta design that now.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to continue discussing this? Do we want to go out and see what we can do before bedtime?
I was sleeping. Now I'm interested.
So we were discussing whether we want to systematically take out the Nightwalkers, or whether we want to focus on Zakira first. My vote was to focus on Zakira, just because I don't really want to have 2 big enemies that hate us at the same time, or at least that are actively tracking us.
Zakira should definitely be our focus. That's my belief. She actively knows where we are, seemingly all the time. The Nightwalkers don't, and she keeps feeding them information.
As far as I'm concerned, they're one and the same.
We also owe it to Spirit.
That's true. So, is it unanimous?
Yeah, I think we should just not bother with the Nightwalkers and focus on Zakira.
How do I
We should
get
take
out?
watch tonight while Papercut is doing his crafting.
Well, we're all wanted by the Nightwalkers anyways, so now you're one of us.
Well-
Papercut just says, "Welcome to the club."
Yeah, but I mean, they think I'm one of them. It's a little bit different, don't you think?
Oy vey.
Well, if they see you with us, they won't be thinking you're one of them much longer now, will they?
Don't worry, Corals. I've fooled them more than a few times with this shitty cape.
You fool no one.
Thumbtack pokes his nose out of the familiar pouch. Oh, if anything happens to Corals because you guys were idiots, I'll stab out your eyes and I'll be serious about it, I will.
Could just blow up the tea shop and move along. I'm joking, don't actually do that.
Could do that.
Oh, it was a joke? Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, because we actually could blow up the tea shop. It'd be easy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
that's
I
the
was already
problem.
wiring the detonators.
Literally, don't tempt them.
Here's the thing. We strike where we're most able, so maybe we should spend some time trying to figure out what we can even do.
Oh, also, there was a secret passage under the tea shop. I forgot to mention that.
There's a what now?
Oh
Passage
yeah, I
to where?
forgot to tell you. There's a secret passage under the tea shop.
Do you know
Where's
where
it
it
go?
goes?
I don't know.
No, for some
Was
reason,
it a
I think that
tunnel?
would have been very crucial information.
Yeah.
Did it lead
Probably.
out somewhere, or was it just down inside the tea shop and that was it?
Well, I went to go open the door, and somebody walked through it first. Some Sphinx was just like, "Hey," and I was like,
You know, I think that's kind of weird that there's a lock on a secret door.
It was unlocked. It was just kind of there.
Oh.
Do we want to go check that out then?
Spirit, could you run recon tonight?
We could, Electra and I could just bap in there real quick and, you know,
No,
teleport to the
no,
other side of the door.
You're just gonna shoot everyone.
Well, she can teleport me out.
Well, last time we sent, no offense, but the last time we sent you two alone, you both almost died.
When was that?
The train.
Correction, I nearly died.
So did
Electra
I.
almost died too, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you both
Well,
almost died. Like,
Well, we didn't have access to the armaments we do now. We had plenty of ways to avoid fighting and confrontation now.
I don't think it would be a wise idea just for the two of us anyways.
Oh,
If something happens and one of us goes down,
well, also
Those
the
can get
other
bad
thief
quick.
shop is a shapeshifter.
Here's my suggestion. We send Spirit out to run recon. She doesn't kill anyone, doesn't strike anybody. She just gathers information. We'll have watch shifts tonight to watch the lower floor to make sure nobody comes in. Paper cut is working, and then the rest of us get some sleep for tonight.
Perhaps we should ask Spirit if she wants to do that.
There seems to be the sound of a closing door on the first floor below, just for you guys' information.
Oh, Spirit's gone.
Thumbtack went that way too.
And is Ring Dancer in there with you guys?
Ring Dancer? No, she's gone.
No. I called out her name once. She's definitely dead.
Okay,
she
let's
was-
go investigate.
I guess we're doing that now.
We don't have to follow. They probably just took it upon themselves to have.
Our friends deserve some privacy too.
No, it would have been nice if they said goodbye.
You know how they are. Ring Dancer's not exactly one to say goodbye. Neither is Spirit, for that matter.
So let's say it. We get some sleep, and then we get up early tomorrow and go investigate the shop.
I've got a couch to curl up on, so that sounds good to me.
All right. I'll take first watch. Peregrine, you take second watch. I'll wake you up in a couple of hours.
Aren't you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not anymore. I need sleep now.
Well, Paper Cut is functionally immortal. I think he can keep watch.
Functionally
He's-
immortal.
He's going to be engrossed in his work. An extra pair of eyes will be needed.
Hey, you saw him down there. He's a machine. No offense.
Paper cut size and goes, none taken.
I meant that in the best way, friend. I promise.
But yeah, he, yeah, I'll definitely be working heavy into that. So I will need a pair of eyes. I'll be extremely focused.
I guess I do need to help you out with that every now and again. So yeah, I'll take second watch.
All right. For those on watch, give me your in order how you guys are watching your watch.
All right.
So-
Orion's going to take first watch.
Ryan, then me, then
Electra will take third.
Fortissimo's immediately running for the bed. To see this token like across the map. That's based. He's like first.
and if I see Ring Dancer or Spirit come back around, I am paying extra special attention to make sure that they're not replaced by changelings.
Fantastic. Fortissimo straight up like Applejack in the Rarity Applejack sleepover episode.
Oh yeah.
He's just jumping in the bed. Can't hear you. I'm asleep. All right, you guys, you guys go on your watches. Nothing particularly interesting happens on your watch, Orion. Peregrine, on yours, a little bit something interesting happens, namely that eventually the door does kind of open back up, and Spirits and Ring Dancer come back in, and they seem to be like team carrying what seems to be a barrel,
The hell is that?
and they set it
I
down.
can't forget. Secret door is now closed. There we go. Bam. Yeah.
Fantastic. And they set it down. They're kind of breathing a little bit heavier, except for Ring Dancer. She seems to be completely fine. And she like looks left and right. Well, it was Thumbtacks. He asked us to go get it for him. And she
What?
she turns the barrel to the side, and it's just labeled gunpowder.
Holy shit!
Whoa.
And she kind of blinks. You know, I thought it was a bad idea too, but you know.
How did? Isn't he indebted?
And she looks like left and right. I don't know. Ask him. And then there's eventually like a small little tink of something metallic from behind Spirit, and she looks back. Hey! And Thumbtack pops out. Oh, you don't have your pouch, I do. And she goes down, flutters to the ground, picks up the one gold coin that he brought out, and puts it back in her bag. And he looks up toward you, Peregrine. You said you want to blow it up.
We
Come
could.
on. Look.
Although I also need to reload some shells.
I've got some fireworks. Look, and he pulls out 2 really tiny fireworks from his bag.
Huh.
How did you make that?
Yeah, I got a whole barrel of gunpowder. He points to the gunpowder.
Fair enough. I didn't know you were a little pyro.
Oh, also, and he kind of rummages in his bag and starts like pulling out like a tube of paper that fits in the neck of his bag, and it's like a whole page that he managed to fit in his bag of holding, and flutters it out, and it seems to be 2 pieces of paper. And they just kind of flutter. There seems to be a picture on one, and the other one seems to kind of be a rip out of from a book.
The Small Kind's Guide to Vor.
Nah, the first one is a picture of Thumbtack, several of them actually, with a it seems to be something that's not exactly like a it's similar to the wanted posters that you'd seen on Criminal, i.e. these are probably issued by the same people. It's of Thumbtack, labels his crimes as crimes directly against pretty much the master of the Nightwalkers himself. I got one down.
Huh.
And then the other one, he kind of like shuffles it aside. I don't know what this is about there, and it seems to be that messed up book page. He starts reading it.
We probably shouldn't blow that place up. Somebody could get hurt.
Yet.
You're not on watch.
Oh.
It's just me.
You know how when you you call somebody over for a sleepover, but y'all niggas gotta sleep in the same bed, so you put like a line of pillows between you two, because that shit ain't gay.
No homo.
That's what Fortissimo and I are doing.
Lucy is curled up at the foot of the bed, directly underneath Orion ceiling.
We're both like awkwardly sleeping as far to the edge of the bed as possible, with the pillow line between.
I'm just imagining Orion finding some boots that can hold him up on the ceiling because he misses doing that.
Oh god.
So what was this other paper?
Are you reading it?
Yeah, I'll unscroll that.
You pick up the paper and make Thumbtack roll down the paper. Aye, oi! And as you bring it up to eye level, start reading upon it. It seems to be more of a historical entry. Something about the Bannermanes, some famous adventuring groups, and there's specifically one entry seemingly about another instance of a tiny griffin that was accompanied an adventure party there. And he, like, Thumbtack is kind of looking up. I was reading that, you.
Oh, is this the Legend of Thumbtack?
Oh, no. And he kind of, like, thinks a little bit. What's it? I didn't even get a good read. I read, like, 4 letters. You know, like, 5 of those are bigger than me, you know?
I think you know exactly what's on this paper.
He crosses his talons a little bit. Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
It's alright. I understand narcissism too.
Other things on that paper dictate events that had to do with the city of Wati and among other things, and how that adventuring group was well known for their exploits in that area.
Oh, okay. And it took me a second. Actually, I know what this is now. Okay. I bet he's your great-great-grandfather.
Oi? And he looks over. You don't be talking to him about that.
I can't talk to him at all. He's dead.
Oi! He's a family, he is.
Maybe we'll find him one day. You know, come to think of it, I've been seeing a griffin pop up and disappear every now and again too.
Have you? I think you're going quite insane, you are.
Maybe. I've been wondering about that. Anyway, I'm gonna use some of this gunpowder to start reloading some of my shells. So don't worry, there'll still be plenty enough to blow up whatever we want to, remove from the face of the earth.
He smiles. Otherwise, there's nothing else that happens on your watch.
Mhm.
All right. You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen, right?
Roll initiative.
Oh God.
I wish. In fact, it is time for the dawn of a new day.
2 days remaining.
Yeah.
Oh, did Electra see anything on her shift, or did we do 4-hour shifts?
We're supposed to be doing 2-hour shifts, so Peregrine, who did you wake up?
Electra.
Electra, you didn't see anything out of the ordinary either, other than what seemed to be Thumbtack gathering up a couple marbles, but giving him a stern look. He put them away.
Little bastard.
And there doesn't seem to be anything else of note that happened before the morning came along when you guys awake to what seems to be the smells of forge below.
I love the smell of forge in the morning.
Rub-a-dub-dub, give me that grub.
All right. Orion wakes up and unfurls his tail and goes kerplop, shaking everything.
Girls has not slept in a bed in a very long time, so she probably looks like she's about to prepare for gynecologist Orion.
Oh God.
What kind of preparations are you making?
Oh God, this is
She's just passed the fuck out, dude. She's
Oh.
sleeping.
Yeah, incoming second slaver ship V.2.
You can try. You can certainly try.
Check them.
What do you use the D100 for again?
It should have been hidden. Whoops.
Oh.
Well, Orion is going to wake up and feed Lucy. She hasn't had blood in a while this morning. So Orion's going to make a cut on the back of his neck so that way Lucy can latch on and...
You do that. And she growls and you get licked. You do spot Spirit on the way. She seems to be have a small bag that she seems to be sipping from. It looks like a V8.
That's some very viscous looking tomato juice you're sipping on.
Oh, shut it, you.
It's alright, we're after Zakira, so as soon as we find her and destroy her, we'll put a stop to that.
I hate it.
Do you have...
Oh, sorry.
Do you have plenty of blood?
You do not need to worry about me.
Okay. Alright, Orion is going to set up right here against the wall. He's going to pull out his alcohol kit and he's going to start setting up his potion. That's going to take at least an hour, and then Orion is going to craft breath strips. He's going to make some dissolving breath strips. And I'm going to roll craft alchemy for that. So that is a 40 craft alchemy check.
Craft 40. Yeah, I think you make some damn fine ones.
Alright, how many do I make?
You make, let's see, give me a D8. One. Hell of a good breath one.
Yikes.
Well, Ryan is incredibly frustrated that his materials did not produce the amount he was expecting, but he does have one heck of a breath.
out of character, because it was one solid breath mint. If you take this breath mint, it'll give you a +2 to charisma rolls for an hour.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like Fallout level stuff.
Damn.
That's some good stuff. All right, I'm not upset about that. But yeah, every day from now on, whenever I craft my extracts and my mutagen, I will also be crafting breath mint. I have plans. So let's see. One breath mint of +2 charisma.
For an hour. No, not +2 charisma. +2 things to rolls that use your charisma modifier. Skill checks that use your charisma modifier. And that's only this once because you spent like you rolled like a 40 on making one breath mint. So like, yeah, it's damn fine.
Oh, and it is a dissolving strip, not a breath mint. That's important to distinguish.
Alrighty. As you guys kind of come down to the forge, to see what's going on. Metal Phantasm, I take it you're still at your forge?
Wait.
For this.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
Based. And he is at his forge, doing his stuff. Upon coming down, blooming corals. There seems to be another barrel down in the room that wasn't there the day before.
Nobody woke me up. I'm still past the fuck out.
Oh yeah, you're still passed the fuck out. Well, for those who had come down, there seems to be another barrel just kind of in the middle of the room.
So,
Chilling on the bed.
what's this barrel?
Gunpowder. Don't mess with it.
Yeah, there's a thumbtack on the top that looks over. Oh, you don't touch it! I'm paying me good gold for this.
What? Why?
He wiggles his thumbtack at you. My reasons.
Cool.
And then he kind of thinks a little bit. Where's Corals?
What?
Where's Corals?
Oh, I thought you said it was Coral's barrel.
No, it's not Coral. I'll give it to her if she wants it. And then she kind of thinks a little bit. But that's
Hey, I
besides
need
the
that.
point.
I think she's still asleep.
Oi, so and he flutters over onto your nose, Fortissimo. Then go wake her up, you big numpty.
Why would I wake her up? She was very clearly tired. She's just been through a very big ordeal.
And he like sits a little bit. And I haven't. I'm offended.
All right.
You go back upstairs, to go wake up Corals. How are you waking up Miss Corals, Fortissimo?
Very gently.
Corals, you were being very gently woken.
Touching?
Not directly touching, but like moving the sheets around and stuff.
Yeet!
Yeet.
Rock goes flying at you.
Rock? Oh.
Not
59 damage.
Coral. Coral.
Yeah.
There's a giant keg of gunpowder downstairs with your name.
Excuse me?
That's what
Yeah,
thumbtack.
I said I wouldn't mind giving it to her if she asked, but it's still my gunpowder, you.
Do you want a giant keg of gunpowder?
Hey, I need that.
I sleep. Gunpowder? Real shit?
That does sound nice. get up and just trudge downstairs.
This is the sound you hear downstairs.
How can you sleep through this portal?
It's a very abrasive sound. Corals is like Starlight Glimmer in the Trixie Glimmer episode, where she's just like all night like sleeping through everything.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
You head downstairs. Corals, you were on this map now. We'll put you over at the stairs. Look at that. Yeah, for those who are kind of in this room right here, as they walk down, it seems like Peregrine and Alexa are thoroughly exhausted. Their eyes are kind of bloodshot.
Clang.
Yeah, Ring Dancer kind of walks down. She looks like the type of person that's going to straight up be like, you know, don't mess with me. I haven't had my coffee yet.
Oh.
She walks up.
Guys in shine sleepyhead.
She gives a look at the barrel.
Morning.
Fuck that. And she goes over to this this table over here and looks for literally anything to stuff in her ears. Fortissimo, I saw you come into this room. What are you doing?
I'm staring at the keg of gunpowder, and I'm still wondering how this appeared and what this is.
I gotta reload my bullets.
Well, Thumbtack.
Oh.
Thumbtack is still looking at you expectantly. Seems
Thumbtack.
Oh yeah?
What exactly do you plan to do with this giant keg of gunpowder?
Well, I am so glad you asked, I do. And he flutters over, flutter, and lands on the gunpowder. Well, and he gestures to it. First off, no, it's not your gunpowder, you. And he points toward you, Peregrine. And he kind of guards it with a little thumbtack. In fact, I heard pardon the pun, little birdie told me that you want to blow it up. Yeah, look. I got us some gunpowder, and look, and he pulls out a very small firework that's very dangerously close to this now.
Oh God!
Barrel of gunpowder.
Oh,
look,
please
see?
don't.
I got the tools to do it.
Please don't.
It's not even lit. Look, and he wig. It's like he's like flagging a gun around. Like that's what he's doing right now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the way I feel.
Papercut pokes his head out and he says, "I thought I told you to behave."
I'm suggesting a tactical idea, you, and he waves the firework towards you. Fireworks that you've seen before when if the fuse is broken, it's like a little magical spark that starts the firework. He's just waving it around.
Oh
God, please don't.
I'm gonna try to disarm him.
Oh jeez, it's gonna end horribly.
Give me a CMB.
Okay. CMB.
Attacks.
It's ironic that I can disarm him with a gunshot.
Next to the
I was blow the firework up.
Yeah.
It's like trying to knock a can off a Gmod like Red Barrel and
Yeah.
There, does that do?
Yes, that does it. And he's
Definitely.
like, wait, and you snatch it. Oh, that's me firework!
And Papercut Papercut just puts it in his pocket, gets back to work.
You're about to kill us all with your firework.
He crosses his claws a little bit. I was not gonna do no such thing. And he takes out a marble and he thuds it on your head. Dunk, like he throws it over to you.
Prick, I was about to pay you for that gunpowder too, you dick.
Oi! You still better pay me for it. It's me gunpowder. And he kind of he lands on it and like spread.
If you want to get this gunpowder where it needs to go, I need ammo.
Yeah, like a ring dancer. Yeah, a supplement to that is because I'm not gonna fucking carry it again. Aw.
Yeah, I'm just an escort.
Orion stretches his legs. I can carry it.
It's Spirit that firstly laughs at Peregrine calling himself an escort.
Yeah.
And then
That's not what I meant.
Thumbtack looks over to Orion. Oi, but you're creepy!
I'm not as creepy as I used to be.
Lucy seems to now see Thumbtack again, and is like, her spine's gonna come upwards, and she is now looking at Thumbtack like, oh boy, second breakfast.
Lucy, your stomach is not that big. Settle down.
Oh, you hot! Look, see, this is what I mean. I can't even be around me barrel when you're carrying it. That thing's gonna try and bite me, it will.
Well, Electra could make us invisible. I can carry it. And you can either be in your little pouch that she carries, or you can fly along the roof.
I've got another idea. And she's gonna try to pick up the barrel by herself. How much does it weigh?
Very heavy. How much can you carry?
Maximum load above head is... I guess it just needs to be off ground. 200.
You're funny.
I don't know.
It's
It's
not
like at
going
least
off the
300
ground.
pounds.
Maybe Ryan's idea will work better then.
Can we teleport items?
Not if I can't lift it.
I
Well
bet
darn.
Fortissimo can lift it. And he
Oh,
he
no.
looks over at Fortissimo with the biggest, cutest eyes. Come on.
I'll give it a try.
Look at those
Nope.
muscles.
That ain't happening. I tried.
Oh, he gave it a A+ effort, he did. Electra, why can't you put in as much effort as Fortissimo over here? Oh, I'm shaking
Look at the
my
size
big
of
ear.
that thing.
Can't Orion
Look,
just
you
carry
lift
it and
it
you
up.
teleport
That's a
him there?
really mean thing to say about Fortissimo, Electra. Look at the size of that thing. He's not fat. Fortissimo, I appreciate you as a friend and a unicorn, he says as he pops up onto your horn.
Thank you.
Peregrine just clears his throat and coughs to repeat what he said.
So
Can't Orion just pick it up and you teleport the both of you?
I don't think it works that way. Let me double check out a character. I don't think it works that way.
Well, if we do manage to deliver it, we're going to have to figure out a way to sneak it into the building,
Why?
and then figure out a way to light it from.
Why are you taking this seriously?
Oh, it does work that way.
Don't blow up the building.
Does anyone have that explosive arcane mark spell, where if it moves, it explodes?
No.
Corals, are you
No.
saying anything to stop them? I hear you mumbling out of character, like.
No, that's not out of character.
Oh.
Aren't you upstairs?
I'll see you.
No.
Where are you? I don't see you.
Move your
There she
token.
is.
You're on the
There
map.
she
Talking to a wall.
Yeah, no, that was not out of character.
Okay, what'd you say?
During this whole thing, it's. Why are you taking this seriously? Don't actually blow up the building. What the?
Orion,
I mean, I was just humoring it. I really just need this gunpowder to reload my bullets.
are you able to lift this by yourself?
Sure. Check this out. Orion dips his nose underneath, and the weight of the thing starts to crush down on his neck. But as soon as he gets his front legs under it, he has to. So he's able to lift over his head 690 pounds.
Boy, you are a
Oh.
freak of nature.
Wow.
I could teleport us both in and then out again.
I do think I agree with Corals, though. This is a dumb idea.
It's not a dumb idea. It's a fantastic idea. I
It's
like
gonna
blowing
cause
things
such
up,
a
I do.
scene. We're gonna get into so much shit.
I
Maybe
don't
we
think
should just
do it.
check out what this path is before we blow up a tea shop.
Thank you for seeing sense, Electra. I'm so glad that you see my point of view. And he clops over like next to your cloven hooves and like gives you a little bro hoof with his claw. Cloop.
No, I said we shouldn't do it.
Oi! And he takes it back. That's so just you.
Get away from my hooves, you little weirdo.
And he squints at me. You gotta stop me! And he boops your hooves again, and then snickers
I
and
could.
flies off. Whee! I'll do it again. I will.
I'll crush it with one of these marbles he keeps throwing at me.
He takes out a marble and rolls it toward Electra's hoof. Whee!
She picks up the marble. She puts it in her bag.
All right. Well, we can certainly blow up their headquarters. We could create a ruckus outside that clears the streets.
Again?
Yeah, Peregrine could certainly shoot somebody again. That'll clear the street.
Need bullets first.
And I could also build a fuse. I could craft a fuse that will burn however long we need.
Huh.
Wow, I think that this would be a fantastic time for us to end session as you guys come to the planning stage of your stuff and you guys can
Look, gasp!
The gasp! I know that Theo also has to wake up pretty early, so.
What? No. Oh no. I'm like up. Like I woke up right before a session.
He just has like 2 hours before he has to go.
Yeah, because I'm going to the
Gotcha.
Now let's blow something up before we quit.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'll take care of this beneath the counter, but trying to make some bullets and paying Thumbtack for whatever he wants.
He will accept payment as he comes to agreement with you in touches of Electra's hoof.
Oh.
And he gives you smug looks as he does it.
You little bastard.
And he gives a shrug. What can I say? Well, I don't see many.
So what bugs me is I know you do this shit when I'm not looking already anyways.
Oi! That's lewd, that is. I'm non-consensual.
Electra? You've been very quiet during this assault.
She's just staring at Thumbtack with a really unamused look.
He looks like he is having the time of his life right now.
A little prick.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna make. I'll calculate all this shit out, but my gun smithing thing lets me make bullets for cheaper. I'll just send you the gold amount and subtract it. Shouldn't be too many.
What are you trying to do?
Make bullets.
With what gunpowder?
With this gunpowder, obviously.
Yes. So long as you agree to Thumbtack's terms.
I thought he already did it. I thought that's what he was doing as he was.
No. He's saying if you want the gunpowder, you could have gunpowder in payment of touches of Electra's hooves.
Just the way you worded it, I thought he was like actively doing it.
No. He was originally just bro-hoofing Electra and then realized that her vote was not cast for his idea, and then he promptly took it back.
Oh. Well, if you want to stay in debt forever, then fine. Go, well, I can't say fine, but, up to Electra, not me.
What do you say? You sure got him by the balls, you do? Hang on, I got a good one for this. And Thumbtack takes out a small bit of string from his bag and makes a whipping sound. And starts whipping it toward Peregrine.
Peregrine under his breath. Clearly you aren't looking one.
Electra takes a step up to Thumbtack. I think he's just too full of energy. He's just acting out because he has no outlet. I think he needs a friend. Pollux jumps out of Electra's familiar essential.
Pollux,
why don't you go play with Thumbtack?
You stay away from me, you bloody blackbird, you!
Ooh.
Oh, you know what?
That's racist.
Lucy, do you want to play with Thumbtack?
No. It's turned into another Tom and Jerry episode.
I'm just casually siphoning gunpowder as this is happening, by the way. Filling up gunpowder horns.
Lucy is also under the effects of Chupra, so she has a fly speed of 90.
Oh boy. Well, Lucy would certainly be able to catch him. No problem. I know I have a, hang on. If I have a better hang on, I got you.
Ooh.
That's a big Pollux.
What's he got?
Yeah.
It's an eyeball.
Oh.
Where did Pollux get an eyeball? Whose eyeball is it?
Corals?
God.
I
don't know.
Corals, the doctor is in. Let me see your eyeball.
Oh, dude.
have both my eyes. Thank you very much.
Oh. He finishes siphoning off gunpowder. I'm gonna make and I'll send you the gold amount for this once I calculate it out. Just 30 regular bullets and yeah, that's it. Just 30 regular bullets and the cartridges.
Alrighty. That'll take you a little bit of time to make, but yeah, if you spend the day doing it, you can do that today.
I think it does say how much time. Say, hold on, sorry.
And Orion's going to go back to his alchemy lab. Fuse.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, one day.
And I mean, if you're serious about catching Thumbtack, yeah, I mean, she'd be able to. Orion.
Well, I mean, hopefully she won't kill him.
Well, and that's the thing, is that it's not a familiar, so it's not exactly up to you. I mean, you could certainly try to tell her no, but she's more.
I mean, how eagerly is Thumbtack trying to get away?
Very eagerly. He's terrified.
And that thing is literally trying to kill him.
All right, Orion goes over to his alchemy lab, and he's like, Thumbtack, why don't you come over here where it's safe?
Why? And it's already rolling a CMB on him.
Oh boy.
You may want to go get your pet off of our friend.
+4, huh? Yep.
Before I have to get him off of him.
She has grappled him. Actually, that's a 13 because he gets an extra, or she gets an extra +4 to grappling. Look at that. How fancy. Thumbtack has been grappled by a certain chupacabra.
Oh boy. Lucy.
Okay, Orion's going to quickly sprint over. I assume Lucy is like directly right on top of him.
Yeah.
All right. Is she clearly about to devour him, or is she playing with... Okay.
Oh, Lucy.
This isn't a joke. That like he's trying to eat him.
Orion... So she, thank you very much. All right, Orion's going to put a stop to that. Orion's going to roll a CMB to grab
Grapple who?
Lucy.
Go for it.
And let's see, he gets a +4. Okay, so this would be at a +15.
Yes.
All right, does that beat her CMD?
And Fortissimo's gonna what?
He's gonna try to help and handle the animal.
Fantastic. And you effectively how this goes is, yes, Orion, you pull the you pull Lucy into you. She's still kind of grappling the thing. Fortissimo, you manage to kind of stay her claw from like focusing on that specific aspect of what she's doing, because now she's more concerned with the fact that she's being grappled.
No, Electra's gonna...
You just got between dog and food.
Yeah, once a grappling creature is themselves grappled, the creature they are grappling let go. So Thumbtack is no longer grappled.
Then you very kindly take that Thumbtack from her, Fortissimo.
Cool.
You are in possession of a Thumbtack. He looks thoroughly terrified.
That was a bit far.
We skipped the fucking chupacabra on him.
Yeah, just I was like, okay.
Like,
good job, Orion.
Lucy, I can't believe you would do such a thing. And I'm telling this to her in Aklo. Lucy, apologize to Thumbtack.
She clacks her mouth at you, clack clack clack, and then clacks it over at Thumbtack. Clack 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 clack. And she looks angry, but she's definitely not apologizing. She looks like she's still very intent.
Oh no.
Alright, Orion's going to say to her in Aklo, Lucy, if you don't behave yourself, you're going to go into the cage for 2 days.
Ooh. Yeah, she kind of her spines kind of raise up, and she swirls onto your back, and like hides like her head into the back of your mane that flows downward.
Good girl. Now come on, let's go make some fuse.
Oh boy, that took four spins.
That's base.
Oh,
alright, so Orion rolled a craft alchemy to
make what?
To make fuse.
Just a fuse for lighting?
Yes.
You did it.
Alright, how much did I make?
Yay.
You made a fuse. That's what you told me you made.
Okay, I should have specified. I'm making as much fuse as I can.
You made exactly 1 foot of fuse.
1 foot of fuse. How
That's
long?
not a lot.
Is it a slow burn or a fast burn?
What did you make it to be?
Made it to be a slow burn fuse.
There you go.
All right. So slow burn fuse, would we say 1 inch per second? So we have 12 seconds.
It's not a lot of time to get away from a 300-pound barrel of gunpowder. Which I reiterate, why are we considering this as a plan?
Why is this even happening?
Because it's always good to be prepared.
I want to iterate that, yeah, this was Thumbtack's idea. I thought you guys hated Thumbtack.
Oh, we don't hate him.
No, we don't hate Thumbtack.
We love retarded ideas.
Yeah.
Now, Blue Thumbtack did offer you the barrel. You could have taken it at any time.
He's still kind of hyperventilating in your hoof.
I'm fucking grumbly and still waking up. Hating this.
Baron is kind of appalled that happened. That was a bit far.
It's okay. We stopped him before he would have done anything. Or she.
He's
I don't
still
like
kind
to
of
see my own
gassing.
species in trouble.
He starts kind of like just mumbling the first couple things that start coming to his mind in his frenzied state. All I wanted was hoof touches.
Give him a hoof touch. Please. Please, baby.
Fine. Get over here.
He blinks and he's like kind of like flops over on Fortissimo's hoof. But his wings have done that thing that Fluttershy's does when she's scared, and they're just kind of locked to her side.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
All right. Electra reaches up and gives him a little bit of a boop.
Oh,
You give me a diplomacy roll.
babe.
Feet.
Roll for feet.
It seems like the magic of your of your hoof seems to have stayed his mood. Look at that. You made a griffin happy again.
We weren't gonna actually hurt you.
That thing was.
Yeah.
That's why we stopped him. Or her.
Yeah, respect Lucy's pronouns.
Just keep that thing away from me.
Fair.
Oh boy.
Alright. Our party members didn't die. We have a lot of explosives and a 12-second fuse.
I made my
Do
bonus.
we have a plan?
Let's
I
light
don't
it
think we
right.
should blow it up.
Let's not do this.
Let's not do that.
I'm not gonna lie. I would very strongly suggest that we end here so you guys can actually think through of a proper plan. like between sessions here. It's oh boy, so many things. That, and you guys can also recoup and get some information that either might have been missed or like talk to the NPCs and things like that, like in the off time, that kind of deal.
We want to go on ahead and take some more downtime to get all this shit done. As far as, you know, bullets, the new brick shit, and anything else we want to come up with.
Yeah, I mean, we actually are in a position right now where nothing is actively going on, so we do have...
we are probably in the safest place we're ever going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would our next game be on January 4th?
Our next game would be on, I guess, yeah, the 20, unless you guys are here on the, yeah, January 4th, that's the one. Sorry, I was looking at my calendar and realized that we were at midnight. Yeah, January 4th would be the next game if we were going to.
What's up with the 28th then?
That would be
That's
next
2
week.
weeks.
Yeah, that's 1 week.
Yeah, January 4th would be the next time. Unless we want to do...
It's December 14th.
Yeah, it's the 14th.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Wait.
Right. Yeah, we're both looking at our
my bad.
calendars, dumb. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know why I was over 21. Yeah, 28.
Okay.
28,
December
that's
28th.
the one.
Is anyone going to be out of town on the 28th?
I have to check my flight. I might be. I'll check.
Do we just kind of? I mean, I can even do like a part 2 tomorrow if people have time, but I don't think that's too like short of notice.
Oh my god,
Theo's
I'm
gonna be
sorry.
gone tomorrow.
I'm not gonna be doing a part 2 tomorrow. I have 7 days to move out, so that's what I'm gonna be kind of doing.
Yeah. Where are you moving to, by the way?
Virginia.
That's not far from.
You're probably gonna have to reassess the way you do sessions then, because like it's.
Oh no, I got you. Well, in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and push the button. Say bye.
I'll do it.